Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We got a game for the holidays. I hope everyone has kicked off their holiday weekend right, and hopefully everyone's having a good Thanksgiving to start off. As you know, we got business on the holidays. We actually have 2 business days this year with Thanksgiving and Christmas, but the first one we're going to check off is Thanksgiving, and this is going to be a fun one. I know I say that a lot of times, but this one will probably be really fun. And the schedule makers, I think they couldn't have pictured it any better unless they wanted both teams to be undefeated at this point. But you have Chiefs, Cowboys, honestly, probably 2 of the most hated teams in the NFL, so everyone's going to be tuned in, hoping for this team to lose. And then also, they're both literally fighting for their playoff lives, so expect everything to be on the line in this game. This is really the definition of a good game that should live up to the hype here. And we got a couple key injuries to address, but before we do that, I see the chat's already popping off this Thanksgiving, so just want to touch that. Dylan, Teresa, Mr. 100B, as always, it's good to see you in the chat. Hey, let's have a good Thanksgiving. Let's get us to 7-5 going into December and get this playoff run full steam ahead. Right now, what they're doing their introductions. I believe this game kicks off in 6 minutes, so we got a little earlier to go ahead with that. But honestly, this game is a little more nerve-wracking to me than the Colts game. Even though the Colts went to overtime, went down to the wire, and I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs found themselves, the Dallas Cowboys are going to present a lot of different difficulties than the Indianapolis Colts could, which is going to start with that offense. You got George Pickens and you got CeeDee Lamb, and honestly, George Pickens might be their wide receiver 1 now with the way he has been balling out. This secondary is going to be put to the test. It's going to be so interesting to see how all this unvolves. I'm interested to see what this defense can do moving forward. And then when you transition to the offense, we got a huge key injury with Trey Smith being out. That means next man up. Right now, I don't have the reports for you. I missed that because, of course, I was doing what everyone else was doing, was relaxing, having good Thanksgiving meals. But if it was like last week, Mike Caliendo's number is going to be called because I did see the inactives. And Esa Pole, even though he was elevated, he is inactive for this game. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Chiefs do it. But Mike Caliendo is going to be huge for this one because Quinnen Williams and Kenyon Clark, you better bottle them boys up, because if you don't, Mahomes is going to be scrambling and running for his life, and that's the last thing you want to see here. But also on a positive for the Kansas City Chiefs on the injury report is Isaiah Pacheco is back. With that, I do fully anticipate Kareem Hunt to be RB1, which is rightfully so, but also I don't expect him to get 30 carries like he did 4 days ago. And I think that's huge here because you can't just run Kareem Hunt to the ground. You can stick to the run game, and please do that because they need it. But you can now transition to Isaiah Pacheco and hopefully have that good 1-2 punch coming out. And I hope they get him involved because now you don't got to depend on guys like Elijah Mitchell, which is already out for this game, inactive. And then Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which he was not elevated. So that's going to be interesting to see how they move forward. It's also going to be interesting in December when we're going to touch on a little more is what are they going to do with Dameon Pierce? They just signed him this week. I'm very excited for the signing. I don't think he's going to be like Elijah Mitchell at all. He's going to get involved. Extremely for the fact is he had a lot of interest there. So the Chiefs had to promise him something. But look for Dameon Pierce to get involved next week against his former team on special teams. He is a good kick returner, and the Chiefs have had struggles there as well this year because they don't have any explosion. So I expect him to take either Nico Ramijo or Tyquan Thornton's spot here. Right now they're doing the national anthem. We're literally almost underway. Chiefs Kingdom, as we always say, let's have some fun. Before I get too crazy with all this, let me make sure everything is set up correctly. Yep, got that. Perfect. One thing here too is there's a lot of red. There is a lot of red in the stadium, so this could feel like a home game. Definitely if the Chiefs get rolling. it going to be loud? Chiefs Kingdom's there. Chiefs Kingdom is there. You heard the Chiefs loud and proud. And this is going to be a fun game for the fact, too. We had a lot of players who are literally coming back home. One, this is going to be Patrick Mahomes' first game in Dallas Stadium. As everyone is aware, he grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan. So let's hope he shows out, and I expect him to. But also, Xavier Worthy, he went to college at Texas. You got Rashee Rice, he went to SMU. The Chiefs got Texas all around the board. So these boys are having a homecoming here. So expect them to put on one of their best shows and try to show out in this game. This should really be fun. And I'm hoping, as I mentioned, they build off of last week. It was tough. It was gritty. But it was the 2024 Kansas City Chiefs we fell in love with. And I think they needed that game to find themselves. And if they did that, this can be good moving forward. That was my main thing. And the thing I want to highlight out of all of it was when Kareem Hunt fumbled, a thing I think this team was missing was the emotion. And when I saw Travis Kelce go to Kareem Hunt and hype him up, I feel like I haven't seen that since not even this Super Bowl, but the last, like with McCole Hardman getting upset on the sideline when he fumbled against the Texans. You would always see those interactions on the sideline. It feels like it wasn't happening. It just felt like complacent there, like, damn, what's going on? But when you saw that, I was like, oh, this team, they're back. They want this. They know what's on the line. And hopefully that was just the little tick to get them going for the rest of the year, because it's not going to get any easier. Let's say next week we play the Texans. The Texans, they're playing the Colts this week. We need either one of those teams to lose, so that's great. And I want to highlight the Colts a little more because I was talking with H. Hole in my comments where I want to do a prediction video for every team with the playoff predicaments going forward. And I was looking at schedules, not just the Kansas City Chiefs, but all the AFC contenders. And when I'm looking at the Colts schedule, I don't know. It don't look, to me, it doesn't look good going forward. They definitely need to prove themselves moving forward and show how legit of the team they are, because every game they have left, I could see them losing. And so it's good that the Kansas City Chiefs actually have a tiebreaker now against a good team, and then you play the Texans next week. You can get a tiebreaker against them. You need to start gathering these tiebreakers because you don't have many of them after you lost to the Bills, the Chargers, the Broncos. You can get even with the Broncos and Chargers again. Everything is still on the table. The Chiefs just need a win, and that starts today. Even though this doesn't help the conference record whatsoever, it helps your record in general. You need to go to 7-5 going into December, and then you got a lot of home games in December. That's huge as well, because when you go into January, that's going to be a different story if you make it to the playoffs, because you may be on the road every game. But when you go against the Texans, the Chargers, the Broncos, those are all home games. So that's crucial in December. Pick up as many games as you can to make yourself that contender everyone knows and once believed you were. Yeah, Teresa, it was louder than I thought. I saw the red coming into the stadium, and I was like, oh, okay. And they're showing out. So the team needs to do the same as well. And yeah, Dylan, RIP to John Madden, one of the greats, legend of all time, outside of football, and one of the best coaches of all time. Definitely put his stamp into this league. Did the Chiefs defer? Yes, they did. Here we go. Let's see how deferring the football does again. You guys know how I feel about this, but Butker's ready to kick it away. They're wearing all icy white uniforms. I'm indifferent. They look good, but the Chiefs don't typically play good when they wear all white. Let's change that. The kickoff is underway. The Cowboys are ready to return it. Turpin's a dangerous return man, but they stuff him around the 26. I'll live with that to start the game off. Another injury I want to highlight, since the Chiefs are coming out on defense first, is Chris Roland Wallace, who has actually played a kind of good role this year, is out this game. So they elevated Mike Edwards. I'm iffy with this. I'm really indifferent because Mike Edwards has fallen off. So I hope he doesn't get too many snaps, and I'm hoping we're seeing more Jaden Hicks out there. We're going to have to see how that unravels. But it's definitely something to keep your eye on in this game. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys up front. They hand it off to Javonte Williams. He'll pick up 4. Yeah, Dylan, I probably am backed up a little bit. That's how my streaming connection goes. I'm usually a down or two behind. So You'll see the play and you're going to get my commentary afterwards, if anything. CeeDee Lamb is in motion. It's a play action rollout. McDuffie blitz. Actually, I don't know who was blitz. McDuffie tackled CeeDee Lamb there. It'll bring up a third down. It was a corner blitz. It may have been Connor. Yeah, it was Chamari Connor, and that's something he exceeds in very well. It's where I want to see Chamari Connor, and I've seen him the last 2 weeks, just blitzing the quarterback. He doesn't need to be in the secondary like that. Put these players in the role to succeed. All right, here comes third down. Turpin's in motion. Hicks. Jalen Watson, interception. Go, Watson. There is a flag on the play, and here's how it goes. Here's how we're going to start this game. Please be on the Cowboys. Please be on the Cowboys. The Chiefs need this to start off. A team that doesn't typically get interceptions, they need this turnover early. No foul on the play. The pick stands. Let's go, defense. And that's another thing we need to highlight in this too as well. Christian Fulton was also inactive. Just that's how they list him. So Jalen Watson and Joshua Williams are going to be out there. Joshua Williams as your outside cornerback to start this game. And you see it starts off quick. But the reason that was an interception was because of how Spags dialed up that defense with the Jaden Hicks blitz, got to him, lifted that ball. Here comes a first down for the Chiefs. Hollywood Brown in motion. Roll out quick. Brown, he picks up 10. That should be a first. Yep, that'll be a first down. Here we go. Let's do this. Rashee Rice in motion. Quick screen to Rice. Rice got room. That's how you start a game. That's how you start a game on Thanksgiving. A screen to Rashee Rice goes for a touchdown. I love it. What a great start. I haven't seen the team start this hot in a while, probably since October. And I know we're in November, but there's like 6 game stretch. These games go pretty long. And you'll see a guy who's out there right now, too. With Noah Gray out due to concussion protocol, a lead block there was Devin Wiley, who has been on injured reserve all year, and this is his first game back. He led the way for Rashee Rice right there. What a start. 7-0. Let's keep it going. And, yeah, Dylan, as you pointed out, like I said, I don't like it when the Chiefs defer the ball. But when you get an interception and you score right away, I'm fine with it. Do what you need to do. What a start, both for the offense and defense. Offense scores in 2 plays. The defense gets an interception on their 3rd defensive play. Now keep it going, defense. Keep staying strong and everything. Because even though it was a quick start like that, the thing that concerns me is that Dallas Cowboys offense. They got those playmakers, but if the Chiefs can play good defense here and show the league what they're about, which they have this year. When they've been up against the number 1 and number 2 offenses this year, the defense shut them down. This year, the Cowboys are ranked 4, so it'll be another good challenge as well. Last week, they played the number 1 offense in the Colts. The Colts didn't seem like themselves for whatever reason. They shied away from Jonathan Taylor. Now, the Chiefs do that to RBs, whether it be Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, now Jonathan Taylor. Spags makes them shift away from the run. So, the Cowboys, they do like to run Javonte Williams, but let's not fool ourselves. Dak Prescott will throw that ball. Let's hope he throws more picks. It's the season for giving. It's a season to be thankful. So let's hope Dak keeps doing his thing there. Yeah, Dylan, this season's been interesting to say none the least. The fact that, like you mentioned, the Eagles as well, they're still at the top with why am I drawing a blank? They're still on top with the Rams, and they play the Bears tomorrow, which the Bears are 8-3 too. So that's not going to be a gimme win for them as well. And you got in the AFC at the top. It's like early 2000s with the Broncos, Patriots, and Colts. The good old Peyton Manning, Tom Brady era type days when we haven't seen that. This year has been completely different. So it's been a whirlwind to say the least. And it's funny, just on Q2, when Nance said Mahomes hasn't thrown it touchdown last game, and then right away he gets one out. It was a screen. It still counts it on the statistics, though. And if we have any questions about anything, a concern coming was Rashee Rice's hamstring. It looked pretty good on the screen. The kickoff is underway. Okay, special teams. Here we go. 2 returns stopped inside the 30. That was something they've been struggling with. So I will take anything there. And Turpin is a deadly return man. Right now they're showing their both teams' deficits last week, what they came back from. The Cowboys came back against the Eagles, as Dylan mentioned, by 21, and the Chiefs were down 11, and they came back and won in overtime too. So these teams are riding a good wave right now. Here's 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Handoff to Williams. He'll pick up 5 or 6. Well, he's still fighting, but yeah, he'll pick up 5 or 6. All right, here comes 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 5. So it was a 5-yard carry. Tranquil is showing the blitz. Turpin's in motion. Fake to Turpin. Looking deep. It'll be a quick pass to Turpin. He has a little bit of room. He broke. Ooh. Good thing Bolton held onto the shoestring because Turpin's so fast. You don't know what could happen there. But he still picked up 10. That'll give a 1st down for the Cowboys. And the Chiefs have struggled with, like, in the past, they've been good with having cornerbacks in position and not let those short little underneath screen passes go. But this year, it hasn't been the same, where cornerbacks have been caught out of position like that right there. Here's 1st and 10 on the 40. Their tight end's in motion. There was a little movement on the line. It may have been Chris Jones, or it may be a false start. We'll see. It's a false start, so it'll back him up. They said they say it's so hard to win in Cowboys Stadium, but they were concerned with all the Chiefs fans there. And rightfully so, because the Chiefs can make this a home game, as we're very aware when we see them travel, because we travel well. Here comes 1st and 15. Quick throw to Pickens. Watson wraps him up. It'll still pick up 10. This will bring up a 2nd and 5. Watson's going to have his hands full today with Pickens. And I would assume CeeDee Lamb and Trent McDuffie is that matchup there. CeeDee Lamb has been highlighted because he's been dropping the ball lately. Now, with that, he's still an elite receiver. Don't get me wrong. But you can get opportunities on him, and I like the McDuffie and Lamb matchup if that stays true. Here comes 2nd and 5. Ferguson's in motion. They're running the football. Chris Jones had his best game of the season last week, and he's picking up again with the tackle for loss. It'll be 3rd and 7 now. Playoff Chris Jones is coming in a hand right here. 3rd and 7. Get a stop. You got Noel Williams now, the rookie, on George Pickens. That's a good matchup. And you got McDuffie on Lamb in the slot. Leo Chanel is showing blitz. Dak Prescott's calling out of the play. Going deep. Too easy of a catch. Just a good corner route. CeeDee Lamb's talking his shit to McDuffie. Rightfully so. Hey, do what you got to do there. It's just a great route. That's what I say. CeeDee Lamb's still one of the best in the league. He's going to get his. You just got to hope McDuffie can get his as well. Hurry to the line. Roll out to the tight end. Good tackle by Tranquil. Tranquil's also been coming on as of late. I believe he had his best game last week, too. He had the game-stuffing tackle on Jonathan Taylor in overtime and forced them to punt. Here comes 2nd and 9. Come on. Force the 3rd down again. I think you got Noel Williams on CeeDee Lamb, so there's a lot of good rotation here in the cornerback room. Turpin's in motion on Watson. Here's the blitz by Edwards. Edwards misses a whiff. Ooh! Bolton would have had a pick, but Lamb did lay a shoulder down on him. That would have been Prescott's 2nd interception. Yeah, the hit. That would have been a pick if it wasn't for the hit. Who knows? He may have still dropped it. It was outstretched, but it could have easily been an interception. Yeah, he would have dropped it regardless, I believe. That should have been kicking. You can't throw your leg up that high. But, hey, here comes 3rd and 9. Come on, defense, show your thing. Wide open. You can't do that. And that's the Chiefs' defense for you. That's the Chiefs' defense I know. You do amazing on the first 2 downs, and you shit the bed on 3rd down. Now you got to hope that you hold them to a field goal. Oh, Brian Cook is injured on the field. That's tough. With the safety room already taking a hit, it depends on how you look at Chris Roland Wallace. I believe he plays more in the nickel safety area. So your secondary is taking another hit with Brian Cook. We'll see how that goes. Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, whatever you want to celebrate here. We're letting it go. Hopefully Brian Cook is nothing serious. He was on the ground here. Again, it's interesting, and I know Thanksgiving games are going to always be Thursday. That's Thanksgiving. But when you get these short weeks, 4 days in advance, it's rough on these players. Like last year when the Chiefs played 3 games in 11 days, the NFL asks a lot of these guys. So both these teams are going to be feeling it here. Right now, with Cook hurt, you're going to see a lot more Jaden Hicks, which is not bad at all for me. Cooks has been playing better this year, but I've wanted to see more of Jaden Hicks too. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. He's been playing early in this game. He actually had a nice pressure early on. So hopefully the secondary doesn't take too much a hit. We'll just have to see how it unravels. Like I mentioned, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, main concerns. Keep that under wraps. Or Mahomes, just throw for 500 yards. And that's definitely a good way to look at it as well, as you mentioned, a mini bye week. The 2 rough games that it's going to feel crucial and rough on the teams, but at least you got 10 days until you play the Texans. So get well, get recovered, and Texans is going to be a huge game too. Because I believe if you were to ask me, I think the Texans beat the Colts this weekend. So you got a 7-5 Texans team and hopefully a 7-5 Kansas City Chiefs team. They're fighting for that final playoff spot. So that's going to be a good one. They got Cook on the trainer's table right now, looking at that ankle. So it's Mike Edwards. Whew, I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Quick screen to Javonte Williams. He has a seam. He'll pick up 15. He did fumble, but he was down. He was down. Derek Nottie, don't act like he did something there. I know for being the worst defensive tackle this year, you wanted that. Yeah, easily down. All right, 1st and 10 on the 15. Hand off to Javonte Williams. He tries to take it out. Ashton Gelati, the rookie. Right now, this defensive line is showing out still against the run game. That's a loss of 2 or 3. Oh, happy early birthday. One great way to celebrate your birthday. I know my birthday is right around the holidays as well, so I know it's definitely an eventful time. So happy early birthday to you and Teresa. As you said, Texans defense, probably one of the best in the league, if not best in the league. So it's going to be rough. Here comes 2nd and 13 for the Cowboys. That was a loss of 3. They're handing it off again. Tranquil lays the wood there. He'll pick up 2. We got 3rd and long again. What can the Chiefs do? We've seen them give up 3rd and longs all season and on this drive. Let's lock up. Hold them to a field goal. All right, let's go. 3rd and 10. Come on, defense. Hold strong. Your safeties will be Cooks and Hicks. I mean, not Edwards and Hicks. Going end zone. Touchdown. McDuffie got burned. McDuffie got burned. And right now, McDuffie can't hold his own against Lamb. Let's just be real what it is. Lamb has 3 catches on this drive. I believe 2 of them were on McDuffie. Got to get your head right. Got to get your head right. Yeah, he put the bag on McDuffie there. That was a beautiful route by CD Lamb. HL, good to see you in the chat. Hopefully you're having a good Thanksgiving. We got a tie game. The Chiefs are going to have to continue to do what they did on the first drive. You're going to have to pressure Prescott. That's how you got your interception. They did try to get back there, but too much time definitely when you got elite wide receivers. Can't let that happen. This, like you said, this could be a shootout. Mahomes, you got to answer here. You can't let this get too crazy, and if you do, you need to contain that lead. Teresa McDuffie tripped on his own feet just because that was a beautiful route by CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's footwork had McDuffie all confused. I wouldn't say that far with our cornerbacks. I believe our cornerbacks can hold their own. It's when you play elite wide receivers like CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, they're going to get theirs. You just got to hope your cornerbacks can man up and get theirs as well. McDuffie will bounce back. We've seen this even in the Super Bowl when he gets burned by A.J. Brown, but then he makes plays as well. When it comes to taller receivers and receivers who know their skill positions, McDuffie does tend to lean the way of, struggling, but he'll make his play and stuff. It's still way too early in the game for me to be too concerned about McDuffie. Now, if we're talking about this in the 3rd quarter, you'll see me frustrated. Well, offense, come out and make play now. Keep putting touchdowns on the board. You did it with the short field. This is probably not going to be as short of a field. Get your wide receivers involved. Keep running the ball, too, like you did last week. And make this a statement. Make it to where you're showing the Chiefs are here. They've never left. And, hey, let's get to 7-5. It depends on what you view McDuffie, honestly. As a slot cornerback, I rate him probably the best cornerback in the league. As an outside cornerback is where he takes his drop. He's still a very great outside cornerback, don't get me wrong. It's just you could tell he excels in the slot. But I believe McDuffie is a top 5 cornerback in this league. And honestly, with the inconsistent play there, I think it justifies it. But if you were to pay McDuffie big dollars, you got to use him correctly and to be in the slot. So let's say the Chiefs moving forward, their future plan would be Noel Williams and Jalen Watson on the outside. That would be beautiful because then you could put McDuffie at where he succeeds. All right, let's go. We're getting set for the kickoff. You guys probably already see it. You guys are ahead of me, but hey, it is what it is. That was a 12-play, 75-yard, 6-minute and 14-second drive for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott went 7 of 8 for 76 yards. Kickoff is underway. This is a short kick. It didn't go out of bounds. Thornton's filled it. He'll take it to the 28, maybe 29. Offense. And that's the thing, too. The Cowboys' defense did get bolstered up at the trade deadline, but they do have weak links in the secondary, so Mahomes can get his. If Mahomes is going to take deep shots today, just connect on him. He's been overthrowing them. We need those to go for 6. Hollywood Brown's in motion. Hand off to Kareem Hunt. Hunt finds a hole. They said that 30 carries was going to slow him down. He picks up 13. And I like what they did there, too, because your weak link, as I mentioned, was going to be on that right side with Trey Smith out. And then Kareem Hunt's like, well, I'm going to run towards my left side. And he also had extra support calling into with Jawan Taylor there to open up that hole. 1st and 10, another handoff to Hunt. He takes it left again. He's got another 7 yards. All right, this will bring up a 2nd and 4. They're near midfield on the 49. Brown's in motion. It's a reverse to Worthy. Worthy may have a hole. He has a hole. That's a gain of about 18, maybe 20. That'll bring him to the 35. Offense is clicking so far. I knew right away when it was pitched to Worthy, I saw Hunt pick up that block, and I saw a little room. I'm like, ooh, Worthy can take this for quite some yards, and he just did. Here comes 1st and 10 on the 34. They're running with 3 wide receivers on the left. Handoff to Pacheco, who's back in the game. Oh! Pacheco breaks off for 9. I'm telling you, the duo with Kareem Hunt and Pacheco we've been waiting for could be really good. And then you add Damian Pearson to the fold. The Chiefs may become a run team in the month of December when you need it the most. This will bring up 2nd and 1. Don't be surprised if this is a play action shot to the end zone. Pacheco's still in the game. Rice is moving to the other side of the line. He'll actually move outside. Quick screen to Rice. Good cutback. He picks up the first. Good read by Mahomes, because if he throws that out right away, it's going to be tipped, and who knows what happens. But he saw the defender come. He pumps and then gets it to Rice, and Rice was able to do his thing with a little jump back. Brashard Smith is now in the game. You got Devin Wiley in as your tight end number 2 in this game. It's 1st and 10 on the 21. Mahomes is in shotgun position. Worthy is in motion. I don't like that call at all. It was like a wide receiver counter. Terrible drawing up play. I don't know if that's what it was meant to be, where it was supposed to be a reverse all the way, but it looked like when Worthy took it initially, it was the fake the defense to go right, which they weren't fooled at all, and he went left. And no, that's just what the play was drawn, because all the line came left. Terrible call by Reed. His first terrible call of the game. I will say that. This brings up 2nd and 14 now. You're playing behind the line. Rashee Rice is in motion, moving in the other slot. Mahomes under center. Line, give him some time. He's scrambling. He's looking deep. Throw it away, and that's what he does. This will bring up 3rd and 14. They're probably going to settle for a field goal. I need Reed to get out of this cute shit type thing. When you're under center and moving the ball, you see how efficiently this offense moves? And then one trick play, one cute little trick play really derails a whole drive. And that's what we're going to see here. That's where it gets frustrating with the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Happy Thanksgiving, Diverse. Hopefully you're having a really good holiday and eating some really good food, and hopefully a Chiefs victory is on the horizon too. Here comes a 3rd and 14. Mahomes is under center with Kareem Hunt as the lead back. Worthy is in motion. Looking, scrambling, breaks the tackle. He's running. Oh, he does. I'll do the little wave, Patrick. What a run. 3rd and 14. Mahomes runs for 17. Mahomes had a little shake and bake to his game. Let's go. We got Worthy and Juju on the top of your screen. This will probably be a run to Kareem Hunt, which it should be because it's 1st and goal. And you guys know how I feel. When it's 1st and goal, you run all the time just to see what you can pick up. And it's a handoff to Hunt. Hunt goes left, breaks the tackle. He'll take it to the 4. Good thing he felt the defender behind him. He had a fumble last week. He's not a running back who tends to fumble, but you could feel it getting there. But that's why you run on 1st and goal. You picked up 5. Now it opens up the playbook. You could run again. You could do a screen pass. Mahomes could scramble. The field opens up much more when you run on 1st and goal to pick up what you need to pick up. Rashee Rice is playing quarterback, and we've seen how this goes. He's got touchdowns on this play, and he's keeping it. He fumbled, but it fumbled out of bounds, and I think it was at the 1, so thankfully it'll still be Chiefs football. At the 2 it'll be. Good thing he didn't fumble out of the end zone because that would have been Cowboys ball. Yeah, he tried to stretch it, and what they say, don't stretch that football because that can happen, and thankfully he just went left and not forward. All right, here we go. A minute left in the 1st quarter. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 2. I'd run Kareem Hunt. Make it 4-down territory if you don't get it. Kelsey's in motion. They do give it to Hunt. He ain't going to get it, but with that run, I guarantee you they're going for it. They're going for this. They would rather take their chances at the Cowboys driving 99 yards than putting 3 on the board right here. They want the touchdown. And they got to call a play here. There's 24 seconds on the time clock, and there's 20 seconds left in the game clock. So they got to call this play. Come on, get this in the end zone. Make a statement. Mahomes, use your legs. Brown's in motion. Kelsey, 8-7. Let's do this. That's what I want to see here. Let the league know you ain't go nowhere. That beautiful call, Reed. Beautiful pass, Mahomes. Beautiful touchdown catch, Kelsey. Great coverage, you're right. But when you're versing the greatest tight end of all time, that's his territory. That's what you love to see. Mahomes was not going anywhere else, and it worked perfectly. First 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. What a start for this offense. Bucker's PAT is good. It's going to be 14-7 to close the 1st quarter. What a start by the offense. The defense needs to pick up from that first drive when they got the interception, but this offense is humming. You love to see it. I love the guts by Coach Reed there, too. May not be too gutsy of a call, but when I saw it was 3rd and 2, You're definitely running Hunt once to see what he can pick up, and you go for it on 4th and 1. You let them know this is our game. This means more to us than it does you. We're both fighting for this, but we cannot lose this game. And that's what that defined to me right there. And also, too, last week what they struggled in, and also earlier in the season as well, was we could not put up touchdowns. We were driving the ball for like 10 minutes, 70, 80-yard drives, and still getting field goals or turning the ball over in the red zone. That right there said, we're done with these field goals. We need these touchdowns. We need to take control of the game. I saw a little growth last week. I'm seeing more growth this week. Let's get W's. This could be fun moving forward. Last 4 games, Mahomes didn't have any touchdowns in the first quarter. Today, he already has 2. Kickoff is underway. Bucker, yeah, he's going to make this returnable just to probably end the quarter. You just got to stop Turbin and make sure he doesn't return it. And they do. We're on to the second quarter, folks. There's a flag, of course. Before I can do my little spiel on how the quarter goes, let's see what the flag is about. It'll actually be holding on the Cowboys, so it'll back them up. Right now, even special teams, they had 3 kickoffs. None have been past the 32. Huge improvement by them. They've been our weak link this season. Let's not have no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Right now, they're starting off very well in this game. Great first quarter. The only downfall of it was the Chiefs' defense second possession. As for that, though, not too many complaints there. They look very well-rounded. They look like they are hype coming off of a huge overtime win at home and something that motivated them moving forward. Love to see it. You got to continue for 3 quarters, but this could be really good momentum. Great running the ball. Kareem Hunt, strong running the ball. Even though he didn't get the touchdown, he's looked stellar on these drives. We saw a couple runs with Isaiah Pacheco. Actually, I believe one with Isaiah Pacheco. 9-yard carry. You may be able to run the ball 30 times a day, just not with one player, which could be huge to go back and forth with. And Mahomes, he looks like he's on one right now. He's in playoff Patrick Mahomes era. When he doesn't know if he can make a play, the good old legs can. On the 3rd and 14, he gets 17. Let's keep this rolling. Let's have a great second quarter. Defense, we need you to answer here and make a play. Teresa, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. It's easy to have those kind of speculations in 2024 and 2023 when they've only lost 1 or 2 games, because let's be real, that's what it was in December, where they were winning close games, but they were winning them, and they only lost 1 at that point. You're playing 500 football at this time. You ain't got no position to be bored. Like in October, September, you start off 0-2, so yeah. As much as I want to say that, I could believe that more in 2024. I can't this year. I just think the talent, the camaraderie, and the relationships built just weren't as strong as last year, and the comfortability. Now they're starting to find their way, and now they know how serious it is. So let's see them keep moving that way for sure. Young Zeus, it's good to see you in the chat. Hey, Chiefs are rolling. They're starting this Thanksgiving off good. Let's keep that ball rolling. I'd love to see another turnover. What I saw last week was the defensive line looked more improved. They are today as well. We've seen tackles in the backfield from Chris Jones already. Drew Tranquil's made plays. Nick Bolton almost had an interception. Jalen Wassa had an interception. Keep disrupting the line. You got to with someone like Dak Prescott. As much as people don't want to give respect to Dak Prescott, the dude knows how to throw the ball and he knows how to make a play. And if you keep him in the game, he's going to throw that football around and give a chance. Just ask the Philadelphia Eagles last week when they thought they had a W wrapped up 21-0. He can throw the ball around. Don't let it happen. You got to make him uncomfortable, kind of like what you did with Daniel Jones in the 4th quarter, or you do with any quarterback. You make any quarterback uncomfortable, they aren't the same. The reason why Dak Prescott threw an interception was because he felt the blitz of Chamari Connors and that ball lofted longer. Here comes the 1st and 10 for the Cowboys on the 16. Their drive is about set to get underway. Quick pass. He's looking for a slant. McDuffie had that covered up. He goes to Pickens. Oh, no, that's not Pickens. That's, who is that? It's a 1st and 10. I don't know who Florinine is, or I don't even think I said his name right. But he picked up 11 on 1st and 10. And let's give some credit to Brian Schottenheimer, too. Everyone thought he was going to be a shit coach and that he wasn't going to... He was just basically Jerry Jones' yes man. I think he's had a pretty good year this year from a rough start, trying to bring this team back to an unfortunate death in the team. He's kept this team together. Here's Turpin going down the sideline for a pickup of 18. I've been impressed with what Schottenheimer's been doing. And that's where I mentioned again, with the short underneath routes, the Chiefs have been struggling this year. Mike Edwards is playing, even though not on him. I get concerned with Mike Edwards. He gives you that veteran presence, but for a team that started on the 18, they're already near midfield now. This is going to be a shootout type of game. It's a pitch to Javonte Williams. The Chiefs got there. He'll pick up 2. Dak Prescott's already completed 6 passes to, I believe that's what it said. That seems crazy for the first quarter. To 10 different receivers? That's nuts. We're only in the second quarter. I think I read that stat wrong. And speaking of it, of course, Brian Schottenheimer, who is the son of late great legend Marty Schottenheimer, who was a former coach with the Kansas City Chiefs and San Diego Chargers. So he's definitely got an offensive mind. Quick pass to Williams. Chiefs' pressure was almost there. They almost had the sack, but Prescott found his underneath man, and it worked out good to bring up a 2nd and 5. I believe it was Chris Jones who had him wrapped up, I think. It wasn't wrapped, but he touched his back. So he was close. Just got to get there. This will actually bring up 3rd and 4. If you get a sack here, force on the punt. Don't let them pick up anything because they're past midfield, so they will want to go for this. Cook is back in the game, but it's Cook and Edwards. Hicks is also there. It's 3 safety set. He's looking deep. He's got his... Ooh, just a bad pass. What will the Cowboys do? Pickens wants a flag. He ain't going to get it. I think the Cowboys are going for this. Pickens ran that same route on McDuffie that he did, that CeeDee Lamb did that picked up a 1st down. Pickens wanted a flag. Lamb wanted to go deep. Pickens pushed off. Here comes 4th and 4. Chiefs, get a stop. Come on. Let's do it. Showing blitz. Quick pass. You hate to see it. Bolton in coverage. All out blitz. You either got to get home or you're giving up the 1st down. They didn't get home. That's what it is. Both these teams, you got to love to see it. Cowboys went for it on 4th. They got theirs. The Chiefs went for it on 4th and goal. They got their touchdown. These teams are going to fight for it all here. And they were in field goal range for Aubrey. Aubrey could kick a fucking 70-yard field goal in this stadium. So they want touchdowns as well. Roll out. Looking deep. Kind of off target there to Pickens. This will bring up second down. Yeah, Teresa, as I mentioned, it's just one of those plays where when you go all out blitz, you got to get home. If you don't get home, someone's going to be open. Tight end's open. Unfortunate scenario. Right there, that could have been the Sun because Pickens just laid off on that completely. You got $1 billion stadium, and you didn't account for the Sun. But here comes 2nd and 10. McDuffie gets a tackle in the backfield on the running back. This will bring up 3rd and 10 again. Don't feel too optimistic, Chiefs Kingdom. We've seen the Chiefs give up 3rd downs and 4th downs this drive. And this will be 3rd and 9. I hate this safety set right now. You got Edwards and Connors, your 2 worst safeties out there. Prescott could find a play in the middle of the field. Connors showing blitz. That's good. Hicks is backing up. I like that a little better, but still. Quick screen. They might go for this. He picked up way more yards than I thought he did. I think he picked up 6 or 7 still. Yeah, he picked up 7. If they went for it on 4th and 4, they're going for it on 4th and 3. Oh, no, Aubrey's out to... Oh, that's interesting. Easier kick for Aubrey for sure. His long this year, 64. That's why I knew he was definitely arranged for that. But yeah, make life a little easier for him. He's 19 for 21 on the year. This is going to be a 49-yard kick, dead center. Would love to say he would miss. He don't do that kind of thing, though. But, hey, you held him to a field goal. Offense, keep that thing going. Yeah, I can definitely live with the field goal there. If you go hold Cowboys to field goals, I can live with that. The definition of a bend but don't break defense. I wish their pressures would get home a little more, but you're starting to see a little more pressure, so love that. Secondary, they're struggling with these 2 wideouts. Let's be real. If the Sun wasn't against Pickens, he may have had a catch there. So the Sun is our 12th defender. Getting those Christmas commercials rolling. It's Thanksgiving. Now you got the infamous Coca-Cola commercials out there. My favorite time of the year is when all these wintry commercials come out. Nothing beats them. Even though it's an advertisement for literally everything. At least I can live with that. When you make me feel like I'm in the season. I'd love for this drive to be, even though the defense was on the field for a long time. Time to open it up more. You've opened it with the short passes, screen passes. They were working phenomenally. Maybe you try to get Tyquan Thornton out there and take a shot. I'd love to say Worthy, but for whatever reason, that connection hasn't been there, even though in overtime they did connect. So maybe I should shut my mouth there. I just want to see Tyquan Thornton out there. I think he's another Texas kid as well. I could be completely wrong about that. And then you got a fun game tonight with the Bengals and Ravens. Joe Burrow is back. This game really doesn't have too much implications on us because that division's trash, and I think they're only going to get one team. Look at all the Chiefs fans and Cowboys fans covering their eyes because of the sun. You would have think they would have had an answer for that by now. The sun's in Ramijo's eyes. The sun's in my eyes, too, and I'm not even in the damn stadium. Tyquan Thornton fields the kick. He takes it wide. He'll get it to the 24. Yeah, the sun is crazy. Jerry Jones, I remember when he built this stadium, said he wanted to build the best stadium of all time. And you miss a minor detail of where you position your stadium. It doesn't make sense. All right, here comes 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Thornton is in the game and he is in motion. Can I get my wish? I may get my wish. It's actually Kelsey deep. I'll take that too. Kelsey picks up 20. Let's open this up a little bit. I like that. What a good route by Kelsey. Still could flip his hips at the age of 36. First and 10 for the Chiefs on the 46. Kareem Hunt's your lead back. You got Brown in motion. Mahomes tripped. Going deep. I'm not going to harp too much on that underthrown deep pass because Mahomes never got his feet set again when the pressure got to him. He tripped over something. He may have tripped over Samatia's feet, and then Samatia just didn't block his fucking guy afterwards. So Samatia had two bad plays. You trip your quarterback, and then you don't even block your guy. Samatia has been playing really well this year. Let's not underline any of that or highlight it to better fashion, but that wasn't a good rep right there. Here comes 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs. Worthy's in motion. Hunt's your lead back. Quick pass to Worthy. This will be a 3rd and 1. They cross midfield. Kareem Hunt time. This may be 4-down territory for the Chiefs as well. You cross midfield. The Cowboys got their two stuffers in the middle, though, with Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark. I wish it would have been just an under center run, but this is going to be a shotgun run, it looks like, unless Mahomes has a play up his sleeve. I would say run it on 3rd and 1, though. Kelsey's in motion. They do run it. Kareem Hunt's got it. That's the right call. That's the right call, and he's still moving forward. On 3rd and 1, he picks up 4 or 5. Kareem Hunt's better than the tush push. That was a beautiful touchdown to Kelsey, just over the defender's helmet. Mahomes is 6 of 8, 74 yards, 2 touchdowns, that 16-yard run on 3rd and 14. It is 1st and 10 on the Chiefs 41. Pacheco's in the game. Mahomes is looking deep, going deep. It's going to be over. He just smart. I wouldn't even have thrown that ball. Thornton's double covered there. So you're throwing it. Well, there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it's holding. Holding on Josh Simmons there, so this is going to back them up 10 yards. This has been the MO of the Chiefs' offense and unfortunate downfalls. When they're driving, they have a crucial penalty, which 9 times out of 10 typically is on Jawan Taylor. This one is actually on Josh Simmons, and this is what derails drives. I said that on 3rd and 14 now where they got derailed. So I'm not going to speak too soon, but let's see what they can do on 1st and 20 now. They're now at the 49 behind midfield. Brashard Smith is in the game. This could be a quick pass to him to see what he could pick up. And that was a terrible decision. He wanted Brashard Smith all the time. He just dumped it off to Kelsey, who picked up 1. So this is 2nd and 19. At least get in field goal range. All right, here comes 2nd and 19. Pacheco's in the game. Mahomes under center. Holds the ball, holding it a little too long. Scrambling. Can't find nobody. And he just takes the sack. Throw it away, Mahomes. That's been Mahomes this year. I don't understand. He's, played phenomenal, so let me vent. Let me have my moment here. But it's 2nd and long. Throw that football away. You're out of the pocket. If no receiver's getting open, he's holding on to it too long, hoping someone scrambles and make a play. And as you see, the receivers didn't get rid of that thing, and he just didn't. Now you're putting him in a worse predicament, and that's what the penalty backs them up, and then the Chiefs continue to fall downhill after there, and we have a Cowboys injury on the field. 3rd and 26 now. because you need to score every drive. I would even take a field goal here to go up by a touchdown because the Cowboys are going to continue to put up points. Yeah, that wasn't a pretty sequence, Teresa. And yeah, held on to it way too long, as I mentioned. When it's not there initially, your receivers aren't scrambling, you're already out of the pocket. Throw it out of bounds. You're a veteran quarterback, the best in the league right now. You know what plays to make, and he didn't do that. Or when you see it break down, scramble for a few yards. He was looking for a home run ball there that just didn't pan out. Now you're 3rd and 26. You were initially in field goal range. Josh Simmons penalty hurt this drive. The sack probably killed this drive. Now you got to hope on 3rd and 26 you call something that could pick up like 10. And then you just trot Bucker out there. I don't even know if 10 will do it. I was going to say you trot Bucker out there for the long-ass kick. Last thing I want to see you do is throw up a Hail Mary ball on 3rd and 26 and hope you get it. I think what easy here is you run 2 running backs out there. I think you're either going to put Hunt and Smith, and you just have Smith run either a screen or a short RB rollout, and then you hope he gets blockers and he could pick up 10 to 15 yards. That's the best thing I could think about, unless you run 4 wide receiver sets with your running back, and then you have your slots run corners, and then you could pick up 10, 15 there. I would just hate on this drive not to get any points. We're back from commercial break right now. Well, actually, injury timeout break to say nonetheless. These look like a lot of fake smiles on the screen. Or forced smiles to say nonetheless. All right, here we go. Kareem Hunt will be the back, so Smith isn't out there. So let's see what the sun is in Mahomes' eyes. So hopefully he just quick screen to Rashee Rice. They're not in field goal range. He picked up probably maybe, yeah, they were too far to get in field goal range. He did pick up 10, but on 4th and 26 and was backed up actually further than I thought. Ariza, if you could pin him, that'd be fucking phenomenal. Don't need the punk god here, just need to pin him. Okay, at the 15 inside the 20. I can live with that. Would have liked it inside the 10, but hey. I'm good with that. Defense, come out and do your thing. There's 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in the second quarter. I don't know if they're called sun visors, Teresa, but you mean like the dark visors they have? Yeah, they're allowed to wear those. It depends on the player, honestly, and the comfortability. You'll typically see those kind of visors on the wide receivers. It can be, it's kind of like, I guess, a car nowadays. It can have some sort of tint on it. It just can't have, like, any graphic designs or, like, I remember, like, I forgot who it was. Was it Brian Burns? I think he had the Spider-Man eyes on there, and then he was told to take that off. So I think you can have somewhat shade and tint on it. Yeah, diverse defense come out and make a play here. Another turnover would be beautiful. But I think, too, Teresa, for a lot of players, because it's a style thing, but I think their hope is as well, because what is it time? It's 5:37, so, well, out here on the East Coast, so it's 4:37, so they got to probably after halftime, that sun is going to be set. So they're probably thinking just push through. And then after third and fourth quarter, that sun's going to be gone. I think that would be the main thing with how early the sun sets nowadays. But like I think George Pickens himself, and I think even CeeDee Lamb, they got tinted visors or whatever you called shield mask. What I'd like to see Spags do more than anything, like I mentioned, to start it off, and it's going to be to end it off. Keep getting pressure, but get home. So the safety blitzes have worked here and there. One forced the interception. Maybe the right call. We're back from commercial break right now. Yeah, that's crazy how the sun is blinding me here. I got my two lights on, and now I got a sun in the middle of my screen. I'm about to be blind after this game. Hand off to Javonte Williams. He'll pick up 3. And Javonte Williams, he's been underrated back this year as well. He's having a huge bounce back year. He's someone who I viewed had a lot of potential with the Broncos, but then injuries and then the Broncos not playing him led him to being expiring contract, not cut, but going to the Cowboys. And now he's doing his thing out here. Here brings a 2nd and 7 for the Cowboys. Play action, looking deep. Can't get home with 4. He throws it away. That works. That was a coverage play right there because if anyone gets open, Dak's going to find him because the line couldn't get to him whatsoever. Dak is probably bitching right now because of a late hit, but they're not going to call that. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7. Let's see what he wants a late hit on Gelati. You could have called that actually. It was just one step and then, yeah. In slow motion, yeah. In slow motion, you could tell it's not, but in regular play speed, you could be like, uh-oh. Well, here comes 3rd and 7. Get a stop here and make them go 3 and out. The middle of the field's open. That's concerning. They're showing blitz. Bail out. Chris Jones breaks the pocket. They keep falling for that. The underneath, that's what's so, Bolton fucking sucks in coverage. When you have linebackers there and their number one thing is, if you're coming off the line and you're going in coverage, tight end, number one responsibility, and tends to fail. On 3rd down, here's a reverse to Turpin who can take it the distance, but Connor with the huge tackle. But that's just what's the most frustrating thing here. It's like, why play phenomenal on 1st and 2nd down? And I've said this for fucking 13 weeks now, 12 weeks. And you can't even stop them on 3rd down. I would love to see how the Kansas City Chiefs defense ranks on 3rd downs because I guarantee you it's got to be one of the worst in leagues, if not worst in league. And here comes 2nd and 3. Quick screen throw to the ground. Here comes 3rd and 3 again. It's a flag. Hopefully this flag is on the Cowboys. Even though it probably don't matter. Eligible member on the offense downfield. It was probably a lineman. The Chiefs declined it just to go for 3rd down. Which, sure, I guess. 3rd and short. Let's see how that works for them. 3rd and 3. Spags, dial up something, please. I don't know why I'm getting my hopes up. I know how 3rd downs are. The Cowboys are 4 for 7 on the day. Connor blitz. Look at that. Their blitzes aren't getting home, which is making it terrible because these wide receivers are too elite. Here's a flag. And still a pass interference on the defense. I was hoping it would be a push off on fucking Pickens. Right now, the Chiefs do not know what to do against these receivers, and it's showing. And the Cowboys are in position to take the lead because these receivers are elite and they're eating. That was no PI, but regardless, he got the first down. But these blitzes, if you're going to call them, you guys need to get home. You need to take him to the ground, and it's just not working. Because right now what they're eating them with is these corner routes. All these receivers are elite where they can stop on a dime and the DBs are going to continue to run forward. CeeDee Lamb's in motion. Here's another. Lamb's wide the fuck open again. These blitzes don't mean shit. They really don't. Dak Prescott has been in this league too long to fear, I guess, pressure, which is rightfully so. That's what you need with a veteran quarterback. I was praying for pressure, but right now they're showing a defender in the backfield every time, and he's delivering perfect balls. So get his ass to the ground. Here comes 2nd and 1. This will be the fullback run. Yep. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, they just took the lead. Malik Davis. Never heard of your fucking name. I guess the Chiefs will make you a star. That's how crucial that the Chiefs needed the score on every drive, and Josh Simmons holding penalty and then Mahomes taking a sack took him out of field goal range to where this would have been a tie game, and now it's all fucked up. You need to score every drive. Because the defense, they're not going to do their thing today. And it's not the Dallas Cowboys offense, it's elite talent across the board. And just like that, all confidence in the first quarter gone the drain. Because one offensive drive couldn't do their thing, and the defense has now shit the bed twice on 2 drives. And it's not like the offense wasn't moving the ball, but it was the definition of what the offense does. They move the ball, then either a penalty, turnover, you settle for a field goal, puts this team in terrible situations, and that was prime example of the last drive. Mahomes needs to come out and do his thing and put points on the board and hopefully a touchdown. The first, I think we all need a break right now. It's one of those games. The Chiefs look good and then they disappear. It wouldn't be a Kansas City Chief game without it. I knew this game was going to be a tough one, and I felt it was going to be tougher than the Colts game. I just knew talent-wise, I feel the Cowboys presented more difficult challenge than the Colts, and right now they're showing it. Even with the running back who I never heard his fucking name. Literally bust, a 40-yard run untouched. Now I just got to hope with what Reed does. This is still not a position of where it's all or nothing. This game is, for sure. You can still run the football. You can still do it. You're down by 3. So this ain't panic. Fucking throw Hail Mary time. Fucking wear Mahomes' arm out time. You can still play your game because if you get points, you could either tie it up or take the lead at half. Do that. That's what you need to do. I just got a notification. A 43-yard touchdown from a player who wears 43. I didn't even pay attention to all those details. But I guess that's what it was, and that's how it broke down. The Chiefs just need to play clean football on this drive. Now, will they? We don't know, because they're very inconsistent with that kind of play, as you all are familiar with. The first 2 possessions, they did their thing. They played clean football. They got touchdowns. The third possession, penalty started hitting them. Penalty backed them up. Then they got a sack. Yeah. Right now, the Cowboys are winning the time of possession this quarter, the plays, and total yardage. We still got, 4 minutes to go in this quarter? 3? Some shit like that? They said Chris Jones went outside of his gap. Not the first time we've heard that this year, huh? What are we doing taking forever with this kickoff here? All right, now it's underway. To Thornton. He's been kicking it to Thornton. I wonder if he sees something to Thornton that he'd prefer to kick to him. Well, Thornton takes it to the 31. I'd prefer he kick it to Thornton. Thornton's got that kind of explosion where he's going to get more yards than Remigio. So, I'll take that. But Remigio hasn't fielded a kickoff yet, but also hasn't been kicked in his direction. All right, offense. Do your thing. You got Worthy, Juju, and Kelsey on one side. And Rice on the top of your screen. It'll be a handoff to Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt, he's stumbling forward for 5 or 6. I'll take that on first down all day, every day. We're under 3 minutes here, so if you can get this game tied at half, that'd be great. If you could take the lead at half and get the ball at half, that'd be great too. Chris Jones said, that's on me. I've seen that way too many times from you, big guy. 2nd and 5 from the Chiefs on the 38 or 37. Handoff to Hunt again. Hunt finds a little hole. Hunt's just stumbling and rumbling for the first down. That's probably a pickup of 9. Hunt's looking good. He's limping a little bit. I don't know if that's just age, tired, what it may be. Hopefully it's not injury, though. They could take this to the 2-minute warning. We'll see what they do. It's 2:07. They may get a snap off. Nope, they're calling a snap. It'll be to Kareem Hunt. He'll pick up 2 or 3. With 1:57, we got the 2-minute warning on the horizon right now. Yeah, Teresa, it is. I've seen that it's on me a few times this year. The defense will be like, no shit, it's on you. It's been on you all year. Even though last week he had a phenomenal game, but I think they're getting tired of this patting on the chest type of shit. I don't know if I was the Chiefs if I would have called the play before the 2-minute warning, because I don't know, interesting. If it would have been a bigger run, if it would have led it to 2nd and 5, I'd be like, okay, good call. 2nd and 8. The Chiefs can still work with that. We'll see how it unfolds before I start going on my thing. Diverse, I completely 1,000% agree with you. I think hoping in the second half, and what we saw in the Colts game. Well, we saw it in the fourth quarter. Hopefully it clicks in a little before the fourth quarter. Spags had some good adjustments. The defense played lockdown, and they did their thing. We're going to need that against the Cowboys because scoring every drive is going to be nearly impossible. I'm not saying it's not, because the Cowboys by far don't have the greatest defense, but last thing you want to do, well, fans love to see it, but as a realistic standpoint, scoring every possession, specifically touchdowns with this offense, is near impossible. Let's be real. So hopefully there's good adjustments for the defense in the second half. Teresa, 1,000%. I don't even care if it's a field goal at this point. If you can take it under a minute, 17-17, I'll be happy with that. I'll be ecstatic if you can get it to 21-17 and get ball at half and do the unseen that I haven't seen all year and score with the first possession, because that's why you defer the ball, but that they don't score. So if that can pan out in the perfect scenario, the 2-for-1 special they call it, and the Chiefs can get up 28-17, that'd be a beauty. Now, I am speaking out of my ass because I don't see that being realistic, but a man can dream. We're back from the 2-minute warning commercial break. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Chiefs. Let's hope they got something on up their sleeve right here. Come on, offense. We need you this game. There is no time to stall out. Not with the way the defense is playing. Pacheco's in the game. I'm not surprised. Kareem Hunt looked a little worn down there. Pacheco's in motion. This is encroachment. He threw it deep. Oh, Worthy, if you would have caught that. It was a free play, though. Worthy, if you would have caught that, that would have been a beautiful free play, but it'll bring up second and short because that's definitely on the defense. The whole line. And now you have Worthy saying it's on me. It is on you. As much as you still got the penalty, I would have loved the 30-yard gain or 40-yard gain. It was underthrown. The pressure, though, Mahomes couldn't get it all the way, so it is what it is. And Bland did get his hand on it. But second and 3. Pacheco's in the game. I'd give it to Pacheco on second and 3. Hard man running here. Pacheco just is not Kareem Hunt, though. He picks up a yard or two. So here comes third and short. And the clock is ticking, so the Cowboys don't want to use their timeouts yet. So, okay. They want to see what the Chiefs can do here on 3rd and 2. They need to pick up this 2, though. I was saying they could have a potential 2-for-1 special. They may not even fucking score. I would take this clock all the way down for sure on the play clock. And Mahomes, if you need to scramble, scramble. Scramble, Mahomes. Mahomes got it. There you go. That's the, now we're playing fast. You got 3 timeouts, Reed. Call one of them. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Are we just settling for a field? This is way too... Reed, are we taking our timeouts to halftime? I didn't know you could do that. Oh, that was a dangerous pass. I don't know what the fuck we were doing there. 45 seconds left, so still plenty of time when you got all 3 timeouts for sure. No, Post Malone's performing at Thanksgiving halftime? Okay. Pacheco's in the game as lead back. Tunyon's your second tight end. Actually, maybe your... I don't even see Kelsey out there. So he may be tight end 1 for this moment. Simmons just manhandled this guy. Mahomes, good jump cut by Pacheco. There's a flag, though. They're calling holding. This is coming back. It's not counting. That wasn't holding on Simmons. Damn it. Fuck, it was. Simmons probably killed another drive. I saw he took him to the ground. Let's see. That's not holding. That's not holding. That is just a grown man showing another grown man who's the bigger man. That's not holding. The ref just saw someone throw it on the ground, and they're like, oh, that's holding. That's not holding. That is just a grown man. That's bullshit. Oh, well. 2nd and 20. Mahomes. There's another flag. Mahomes is saying there's a defensive penalty. He's like, yeah, y'all can talk shit all you want. It's a defensive penalty. Let's see. Let's see what it is. It's probably going to be on the Chiefs. What's this flag? Hurry up. Fuck. So offsetting penalties. Josh Simmons, that's a false start for Josh Simmons is having 3 penalties in the last 2 drives. The last one wasn't holding, but I'm tired of hearing your name. Settle down, 71. Settle down, 7-1. How far do I trust Bucker? 25 yards? I don't know if that was a legit question or not, Teresa. They say it's at that 43-yard mark. I don't believe that. But hey, 29 seconds left. Chiefs got all 3 timeouts, middle of the field. Quick play to Worthy. A short play. This will bring up 3rd and what? 16, 17? You need to pick up yards here. They're definitely settling for a field goal. But if Bucker misses this, the Cowboys still got fucking... If I was the Chiefs, I throw inbounds, eke the clock out, and then Bucker kick it with 1 second left. That way, if he misses, the Cowboys, they'd be in field goal position because they're near midfield, and their kicker can make a 70-yarder. What the fuck is Mahomes doing, man? Oh, there's going to be a late hit still, but I think that's going to be a bullshit late hit call. I'll have to see it again because Mahomes faked it and he deserved that hit. But I'll have to see. Because he faked it and then he threw it. I think they may call this one back. Right call. I know Chiefs fans, you're going to hate that. That's on Mahomes. Mahomes bullshit. Why is he hesitating to throw this fucking ball? It's not a late hit. It's just not. And Trish, that's the right call. It shouldn't be a flag. You got to punt this away. You can't have Bucker miss this. Yeah, unfortunate. Mahomes screwed 2 fucking drives because he's holding on to the ball way too late. So Chiefs couldn't do anything with the ball. 2 straight possessions. You got a red-hot Dallas Cowboys offense. So Dallas is going to take their timeout because with Mahomes being down, it would have ran off the clock. So we should see Dallas's timeout come off the board. And that means Dallas wants to do something. Turpin is a deadly returner, as I've mentioned, throughout this entire game. So, Ariza, the last thing you want to do is make this fieldable and open a lane for him. Good kick by Ariza there. Don't even let him field it. How come the Dallas Cowboys didn't lose a timeout there? There's 12 seconds. There it is. Now it falls off. I was like, what the fuck going on? Two timeouts. Cowboys got the whole field to work with. They literally just need to get to midfield, and Aubrey can make a kick. Defense, I'd love to say make a play. You haven't the last 2 possessions. Well, actually 3 possessions. All right, let's see what the defense has in store right now. The Cowboys will start on the 14 with 12 seconds left. They do have 2 timeouts. They just handed off to Javonte Williams, see what he could pick up. He'll pick up 8. They just took it to half. Okay. Interesting. Halftime, 17-14 Dallas Cowboys. The Chiefs literally faltered off at the end of that in the second quarter, just completely. Let's see what Coach Reed has to say. Reed's just talking about what they need to do better in the second half. Of course, penalties. It's what derailed the offense both of those drives. Highlighting Josh Simmons. I don't believe one of them was, but whether I believe it or not, it's what was called. It's what ruined a drive, unfortunately. And as I was mentioning before we were listening to Coach Reed, second quarter was pretty tough to watch, both on the offense and defensive side of the ball. The offense tried to move the ball, but things faltered and stuttered, as what it typically does for the Kansas City Chiefs is what makes it frustrating in 2025. There is no consistency with this team. They always fail to stall out, whether it be on the offense or defensive side of the ball. First quarter was amazing. They looked great. Defense gets an interception. They put up 14 points right away. They looked good. And then, of course, no consistency. They have to stall out because that's just who they are. That's the name of their game. They couldn't capitalize on a lead. The defense disappears. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb's, fucking number 43, whoever the fuck he is, breaks a huge run. Cowboys are making plays. I expected their offense to do that. I need the Chiefs' offense to come back to life. I need Coach Spags to be in that second half locker room, styling up something in this next 15 minutes to where it's like, okay, let's go. Let's get some stops and let's put our offense in position to win. Because that's the thing to highlight this right now is they are still in position to win a game. They're only down by 3. That's huge. So what I want to see different coming out into the second half, score. Put a touchdown on the board. A field goal, sure. Score anything, but you defer the ball for a reason, to make a statement, to show, hey, we're starting the second half with a purpose. You haven't done that all year. Do it now, please. That's all I need. I need to see y'all make some movement there. And then defense, once you get it, more pressures, but not even pressure-wise, get home. Dak Prescott has been pressured all game, and no sacks. He's the veteran quarterback. We've seen it. He'll throw it to his underneath guy, and the underneath guy has been making plays because the secondary has not been in position to make a tackle or make a play. So if that's not going to work, that's why Spags, dial something out. We need that. We need it crucial in the second half for sure. And then the offense, it's just, I think what Reed highlighted, there's nothing crucial or huge. It's just eliminate the penalties, the small mistakes. Literally, if you're not backed up 10 yards on those last 2 drives, you're at least putting field goals up. You're putting points up constantly. The offense is moving the ball. You just need to eliminate the penalties. You need to play discipline. And that's what I've been saying all year. And undisciplinedness is what kills this team and kills drives, and we are seeing that recipe again today. Right now, we're at their halftime report with the whole crew. I think they're going to go through the first game today, which I believe was the Packers-Lions, and I believe the Packers came away with that. The Lions are falling off as of late. Right now, quarterback comparison, Mahomes is 9-12, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns, 28 yards rushing. Dak Prescott, 16-22, 160, 1 for 1. He's played better in the second quarter. It's been a back-and-forth kind of game, and anticipate literally a lot more of that moving forward. Kareem Hunt still having a very solid game. 8 rushes for 45 yards. Keep running him. He may get another 100-yard game under his belt. I expect if this is a close game in the fourth quarter, Kareem Hunt will get a heavy dosage. Rashee Rice's 3 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 5 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown as well. Yeah, Teresa, they need the defense to make a couple plays in the second half for sure. Right now, with the offense killing themselves penalty-wise, definitely need to eliminate that. But if you're going to be in a shootout, The penalties need to go away, and also you need 1 or 2 stops, and that's what they need. They had 1 stop early in the fourth quarter, which helped them out. They need another one in the third and fourth quarter, and they need to answer on those as well. Because I don't see the Cowboys changing up anything they are doing. If anything, they are going to get more aggressive. They are a team fighting for their playoff lives as well at 5-5-1, and the Chiefs at 6-5. They're fighting for it too. So this is going to get more interesting to say nonetheless as well. Which I meant to put on here and I didn't. Where are you at? Where are you? I don't know how I did it last week. Last week I was able to put the records on here. Now I can't find it. Interesting. Did they take that away from me? I guess they took the records away from me. Last week I had the records. It's not that big a deal to me, but I'd like to show it. I'd like to display that now that I was talking and discussing about it. Oh well. Guess it ain't gonna be there. Maybe it's the board I have selected. Who knows? Oh, there it is. Don't look at the team rankings right now. I got to fix that. I wish the Chiefs were 13-2. They're not. They're 6-5. It's funny how they give those automatic rankings on here. If they would actually know. There we go. Now that's updated and more realistic. Hopefully that appears on the screen here shortly for everybody. Yep. I was just looking at the records on there and I was like, this is a close game. I should have that displayed. I think right now what they're going to do while Post Malone plays in Dallas, I think they're going to show us highlights. I haven't seen no highlights yet so far. I really didn't even catch the first game with the Packers and Lions. I saw it was back and forth for a little bit in the third quarter when it was like 24-21. But I think Dan Campbell, his coaching is starting to backfire and catch up to him a little bit as well with him going for it on 4th downs all the time. And the Lions just aren't converting those anymore. It's honestly biting them in the ass. Let me see if I got anything for you guys injury update-wise on social media. I don't believe nothing crazy is happening. The only main injury I saw earlier in this game was Brian Cook. But we've seen him back on the field. Yeah, nothing crazy right now. Oh, we do have one injury, which could be kind of crucial. Juwan Taylor, he's questionable to return with an elbow injury. Definitely something to highlight, but with that, if Juwan Taylor is going to miss, your next man up will be Jalen Moore. He's a good swing tackle. He obviously played time for when Josh Simmons was dealing with his situation. He can play right tackle as well. He did it with the Niners. So if Juwan Taylor is going to miss time, expect for Jalen Moore to be called up. We'll have to monitor that one for sure. I don't know when he got injured, but the report was a minute ago, so it's something they're definitely evaluating in the locker room. Oh, they're actually showing the Post Malone halftime show. Interesting. Oh, I forgot Post Malone became a country singer. I was like, what is this song? But I think, I think right now, Juwan Taylor is the only injury update I can see, which can be a huge one. Because your right side is already taking a huge hit. Let's be frank. You're already missing Trey Smith. And now you're missing Juwan Taylor. With penalties aside, he's definitely above average tackle. Now, can Jalen Moore step in and fill that role? he did a little bit for Josh Simmons. They say right tackle is easier to play. Oh, we'll see. I'm not going to question that because I couldn't stand a chance on the line. So if he's coming out, we'll see how that has to report. But we're not going to hear anything until the Chiefs come on the field and we hear what the sideline reporter has to say. Are half times on Thanksgiving longer? Because I know like last year for the Lions, Big Sean came out and he did a concert. Now you got Post Malone doing a concert. I know typically it's supposed to be 15 minutes. But I wonder if that's still the true standard on Thanksgiving. It's definitely fitting that Post Mahomes. That Post Malone is a country singer and performing in Dallas Cowboy Stadium. Oh, now we're getting old Post Malone back, mixing it up a little bit. How about them Cowboys? They were saying that earlier in the day how it relates back, how far the rivalry goes between the Chiefs and Cowboys, and they even highlighted how Jimmy Johnson said, "How about them Cowboys?" and then Andy Reid now says, "How about those Chiefs?" I was like, I never aligned the two, and that's probably on me. But I'm like, those are fairly similar. And then, of course, this dates back all the way to when the Chiefs were the Dallas Texans when they were first founded. I wish that's what they would have did this year. I know Clark Hunt said he would probably not bring it back, but I think, what was it? It was one of their worst seasons, so let's just say 2012, when they wore the Dallas Texans uniforms and they had the Texas State on there. I thought that would have been the game to wear today on Thanksgiving, paying homage back to the old Chiefs, but you're playing in Dallas as well. But they just went with their typical icy uniforms, which nothing wrong with it. Yeah, this halftime long in 15 minutes. It's not a Super Bowl halftime, but it damn sure is longer than a regular NFL halftime. Interesting. I'm not used to this change of pace from Post Malone. Not saying it's bad, just don't suit me. I wonder, because there's reports. I could have sworn I saw Brian Cook come back from his injury. Now, was he consistently out there? I'm not quite sure. Um, but I guess we'll have to see in the second half. I mean, with Brian Cook, not the greatest safety by any means, but he's definitely shown improvements this year and a jump in his game. But even though he's not a great standard safety, the floor underneath him, I believe, is pretty low when it comes to Chamari Connors and Mike Edwards, where you're going to feel that difference. So we need him out there and healthy for sure because you're going to feel that impact. To answer your question, and from just this game in specific, but we see it time in and time out, and it's not just going to be Bolton. It's going to be putting any linebacker in uncomfortable situations and positions to where they're covering wide receivers in which they shouldn't be. But in today's game in specific, he's blitzing. So when he blitzes, he's putting Bolton in a position to where he's got to be one-on-one with the running back and wide receiver, and we know he's not winning that matchup. So I'd prefer if you're going to blitz, you're going to blitz Bolton and get home, because Dak Prescott is a veteran quarterback. So with him being a veteran quarterback, he knows where his underneath routes are going to be, and we see him dissect this defense today where he's like, oh, Chris Jones is in my face. Dump it here, and his wide receiver makes a play. It's happened all day today. I need Spags to dial up a little something different to where if you're going to have pressure, it also eliminates the underneath guy, because if you do both of those, that destroys the play. Or if you draw pressures, get the sack as well. Because if you're going to put Nick Bolton still in these unfavorable positions, as you mentioned, it's going to be a long day for the defense. So I expect adjustments, but I don't know if we'll see him right away in the third quarter, because we know how that works. We'll see him in the fourth quarter. I'm hoping he dials up something really special, though, to where it frustrates Dak Prescott, because they really need that. And also, too, I'm looking for a bounce back from the secondary. McDuffie struggled in the first half. Jalen Watson had an interception, but he also struggled in coverage from time in and time out. Don't want to say struggled. He was inconsistent. The two-star wide receivers, they are having a day to start off with. In specific, CeeDee Lamb already has 5 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. George Pickens has also made a couple plays. Need to quiet that down. And Ferguson, he's been their underneath guy to where that's what Bolton's been covering. And when it's been dialed up pressures, he's got the best of them. So need to stop one of those to take one of those first reads away from Dak, and then it makes the game different and more difficult. So hopefully that happens. I 1,000% agree with you, and it was asked earlier on the stream as well, is if McDuffie is a good... Where would I rank McDuffie? Not if he was a good cornerback. And I said it just depends on when you have him. If you have him in the slot, McDuffie's the best cornerback in the league. I don't believe there's no question about that. When he's on the outside, I still believe he's a very good cornerback, but you can see there's definitely room for improvements in his game. And it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know if you can do it this year. I do really like what Noel Williams has provided for this Chiefs defense. But if you run with Noel Williams and Jalen Watson out the outside and you keep McDuffie in the slot, I believe that's your best secondary package for your DBs. And then if you want to sign McDuffie to a long-term extension in the offseason, which I'm not opposed to, I believe you really got to keep your best players, of course, at the right cost, but you got to pay them. And you draft an outside cornerback or sign an outside cornerback, that puts the Chiefs in the best defensive positions to win. McDuffie can play all over the field, but I would prefer him staying at the positions he succeeds in. And I also think something that needs to be addressed as well is, I'll say a great safety. Because I believe Brian Cook has elevated himself to be a good safety, but they don't have a good field manager safety to where they can run the field like a Tyrann Mathieu. And they definitely missed that. And even a Justin Reed. We all bitched and moaned about how inconsistent Justin Reed was, but you see the inconsistency there on the defense now in that secondary where they can get blown over the top when one thing Justin Reed did do good for the secondary is he was that voice and he was that leader. And you don't see that. And we really hoped coming into this year Jaden Hicks would have filled that role, but I don't know what happened there because it's hard to assess what kind of season Jaden Hicks has when he hasn't been on the field constantly. And it's not because of injury. It's because Spags isn't putting him out there and not letting him play Justin Reed's role, which is something I thought we were promised in the offseason. So if you don't believe in Jaden Hicks, a safety definitely needs to be answered because I believe Jaden Hicks has all the talent and potential in the world. But if you're not going to put him in position to succeed, again, what are we doing here? Yeah, and I've seen that too, and I've seen. I think I've seen what you're discussing with Nate Taylor as well, and it's true because 1 week, was it last week or was it the week before when he said when someone questioned why is Christian Fulton getting more snaps than Noel Williams, he's like, well, we pay the guy, and we're gonna play the guys who we pay and who are the best out there. I don't give a fuck how much you pay Christian Fulton. Noel Williams has proven he's better than Christian Fulton this year. I don't give a fuck about that contract. We're fighting for a playoff spot right now. Noel Williams is better. He should be playing over Christian Fulton, and rightfully so. Christian Fulton is now inactive, so it's going against what Spag says. So now you don't believe Christian Fulton is one of your best guys. So you're right. It is very inconsistent and confusing. To 1 week you're going to see Christian Fulton playing over Noel Williams, and then the next week you're going to see Noel Williams not get any snaps. So what's going on? And same in the safety room as well. 1 week Jaden Hicks has 50% of the snaps, and the next week he has 2%. It's all over the field, and even on the offense side of the ball, I found it hilarious when they first signed Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I believe it was against the Buffalo Bills, and he was elevated before Elijah Mitchell, and everyone's like, "Whoa, what's that?" You literally signed Elijah Mitchell, and he hasn't even taken a snap this season. And you elevate Clyde Edwards-Helaire before him, and the reasoning was, oh, he knows the playbook. He's more familiar with the playbook and scheming. At that point, Elijah Mitchell been a whole offseason, a whole training camp, and 10 weeks into the season. If Elijah Mitchell can't grasp a playbook by that point, you got bigger issues. And that may be the point, and that may be why they signed Dameon Pierce, but it's just all over the place. Just say you're just playing guys to play guys, and that would be a better reasoning for me. We're back to halftime, though. Chiefs about to receive the ball. Interesting. Brashard Smith is a return man right here. And he takes it outside. Go, Smith. That's an interesting switch up. Brashard Smith with a great return, but he took place of Nico Remigio, and I've been saying it all year. I loved what Nico did to get a roster spot last year, and he deserved it. He deserved that spot tremendously. This year, I don't think is the case. He's been very underwhelming. He knows how to field the punt. We're past that. I don't care about fielding punts. We need returns. And that's what Brashard Smith just did right there. Here's 1st and 10 for the Chiefs on the 46. Worthy's in motion. Handoff to Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt picks up 4. Don't even get me started on Chamari Connors. I do not know why he gets 100% of the snaps. It makes no damn sense whatsoever. The only reason I like Chamari Connors is when he's blitzing. But that's not 100% of the snaps. Nowhere near it. And yeah, Brashard Smith on the return was a thing of beauty there. He's elusive. He's speed. He's a receiver. He knows how to do that kind of thing. Jalen Moore is your right tackle too. Something to keep your eye on. So Jawan Taylor is hurt. Here comes 2nd and 6 for the Chiefs. Near midfield, near the 50. Handoff to Hunt again. Hunt's going to lose a yard. You cannot go 3 and out here after a fucking phenomenal return. You just can't do it. Yep, Jawan, is he? Did they say he's out for the game? He was questionable. I think this is a huge 3rd down. You guys are about to see me lose my goddamn mind here if the Chiefs go 3 and out to start this half. Because I will be like, why the fuck do we keep deferring the ball? Let's see. Hollywood Brown's in motion. Mahomes under center. Quick pass to Hollywood Brown. He got the first. It's a fucking flag. You gotta be joking, man. Romo said it wasn't offensive pass interference. It was a pick play by Worthy. Let's see. That's not a pick. That's it. That's his own. A pick is on a different defender. Bland's dumbass ran into him. All right, 3rd and 16. That's another drive fucking killer. And the refs have now 2 bad calls on the Chiefs. That's getting frustrating. Tyquan Thornton's in the game. Isaiah Pacheco's in the game. Pacheco takes it to midfield. Doesn't matter. Fuck this, man. Now you got to hope the defense does something. Brashard Smith return didn't mean shit. Mahomes is hurt. He had 2 defenders fall on him. Oh, I don't like this, guys. I'm not going to lie to you because I don't trust this defense whatsoever. Nope. Perfect punt, Ariza at the 2. Good recover by Knowles, but that was a pin drop, literally, by Ariza, which he has not done in his career. Needed that. Phenomenal play by Knowles. Even better punt by Ariza. That's huge growth because they call him the punt god. But they call him the punt god because he can murder a football like 80 yards with no accuracy whatsoever. That was a thing of beauty by Ariza. That's huge growth that I'm seeing there. Can you get a safety? If you can get a safety, that'd be nice. If you make them drive 99 yards, though, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. You're in. We saw the Chiefs in this position last week as well. Your defense, you got them pinned. Don't let them do anything with it. Yeah, that return by Brashard Smith, I think that was the best return we've seen this year and couldn't get nothing off of it. Again, a penalty ruined that drive, unfortunately. I believe that's 2 penalties now. I thought the refs were on our side. I thought they favored us. There wasn't a penalty on Josh Simmons earlier that was called holding that derailed the drive. Now you got this pick play that wasn't a pick play. These refs have been very iffy in this game. The Chiefs need to make plays, though. They need to make plays desperately. Because right now, again, you had phenomenal field position right there. The defense needs to look at this like, damn, we're in great position right here as well. If we can get a safety or not cause a 3 and out, we get the ball back to our offense, and this changes the game again. So the defense needs to look at this as a huge pickup because Ariza doesn't give these kind of punts all day, every day. You better take advantage of it. So I expect the first play to be a run to Javonte Williams. Hopefully you guys clog that middle. Because Javonte Williams is a very good power back. So don't let him do shit. Don't let him do shit. Let's see what happens here. Here's 1st and 10. They got their fullback in the game. I think the Cowboys are one of the rare teams who has a fullback. I know Reed loves his guys. Hand off to Williams. He bounces it out. He'll pick up probably 3. Not really what I want to see there. I want to see more pressure from the line, but 4 men on this team, they're never going to give up pressure. Mahomes is like, I'm hurt, but I'm going to talk my shit right now. He's like, that was not no pick play. He didn't even touch Bland. Bland just ran a terrible fucking... Yeah. Watson on CeeDee Lamb, McDuffie on Pickens. All right, here comes 3rd and 3. It was a shitty call to say nonetheless. You call a pick play, and the pick you call, the cornerback was touched by his own guy. 3rd and 3 here. Noel Williams is on Pickens, and then you got Watson on CeeDee Lamb. Anticipated quick comeback route or a quick slant. CeeDee Lamb is a slant god. McDuffie on Turpin. He dropped it. Nope, he dropped it. Yep. You didn't catch it, Pickens. You didn't catch it. He definitely bobbled it. Let me see. I think that ball hit the ground. No, that hit the ground. Punt that shit. Noah Williams got lucky. I told you it was going to be a slant. That hit the ground. That would have worked. Oh, now you got Nico back there. Put Brashard Smith as a punt returner. Just filled it the way you do. That's a good punt by Anger. All right. Offense, defense gave you a chance. Defense gave you a chance, offense. Time to click into what you did in the first quarter. I missed points. We haven't scored since the first quarter. Get back on there. And it's something you need to take advantage of again because Pickens don't drop that. That drive is still going. So, got to look at it that way, unfortunately. And right now, I want to still run the ball, but it's going to be interesting how you dial up run plays now with your whole right side now backups with Jalen Moore and Mike Caliendo. Do you still trust them to hold their own over there? It's going to be interesting to see, specifically in the run game. I'm going to see if we do have an update. I know he's not in right now. I didn't know if they said he's been declared out for the rest of the game. And Jawan Taylor. Everyone's pissed at Remigio. I get it. Like I said, last year, I was happy he got his spot. This year, you could tell he's not NFL ready yet at that level. I don't see any updates on Jawan Taylor, but that does not mean anything at this moment. Yeah, there's nothing on Taylor at the moment, so I would anticipate seeing more of Jalen Moore, but we'll see how that unfolds. Teresa, I would say that too. Get under center and in anything, run behind your left side because it's crazy. That's going to be your strong side with Creed, Samatia, and Josh Simmons. And when we started the season, we thought that was our weak side. You need points here for sure, though. Preferably a touchdown. True. Josh Simmons has been getting the flags today, but very true, yeah. Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the ass if someone else gets flags. All right, 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. They already whistled this play dead. Three straight possessions, punts for the Chiefs after they scored on their 2 possessions. They need to wake up. Rice is in motion. Quick screen to Rice behind him. Thank God he shrugged off the hit. That would have been tackled behind the line. He still picks up 3. That's showing me with those quick screen passes, that's the Chiefs' answer to the run game if they don't feel they can run. So we'll see how that unfolds. But these short passes are frustrating me because they're not picking up much now. The Dallas Cowboys defense has adjusted. The Chiefs offense needs to adjust. Here comes 2nd and 8. Worthy's in motion. Quick pass to Kelsey. He moves his hips. It'll be 3rd and 1. You need to pick up this one, and it's Kareem Hunt time. So run behind those big boys. You need to keep this drive alive. All right, Kareem. I hate this. I just wish it was an under center run. Not saying Kareem can't get this. I just hate shotgun runs. That he didn't get it. Fuck, man. That's 4 straight positions you didn't score. Reed, get your head out of your ass. What are you doing? That's 2 straight 3-and-outs. The offense has disappeared. This is exactly what they did against the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs. This is what they do. I hate when the Chiefs go hot and then they can't do shit. Here's 4th and 1. Who knows what the fuck they'll do here? Because if they don't get this, Brandon Aubrey's already in field goal range. Go, Wiley. Wiley coming off the injured reserve. Makes his first catch, I believe, of the season. Fuck. Okay, give me a little life. And that's literally what it was. Wiley hasn't caught a pass all year, been on injured reserve, and makes the biggest play of the game so far in the 3rd quarter. Isaiah Pacheco's in the game. Play action, looking deep, going deep. Kelsey's like, can I get the PI? I mean, he was draped all over him, but the Chiefs, this is home cooking. If we want to talk about home cooking, don't bitch for flags today, Casey. You ain't getting it. He played the ball, though. It's not a flag. Yeah, it was a high pass. He played him well. He played the ball. You can't call a flag there. Rice is in motion. You got to move the ball offense. Handoff Pacheco. Pacheco will pick up 7. He rolled overshown, so that should be 7. 3rd and 4. They'll give him 6. You better pick up this 4 yards. The Chiefs already have 100 rush yards on the day. Even out with Mahomes, Pacheco, and Hunt running the ball today. You need this 4 yards. Come on, Mahomes. Thornton's in the game. You got Juju and Rice and Kelsey. Pacheco's your lead back still. What is Mahomes fucking doing? At least get your receiver to have a chance for the ball. I don't know if the offense is scoring again, guys. I really don't. 4 straight punts. Mahomes is shitting the bed. Wide the fuck open is Rice, and he thinks he's fucking Hakeem Olajuwon out there, fucking 8 feet tall. What the fuck happened to Mahomes, man? Knowles again. That's on the 2. You can't ask for more from special teams. Now you need the defense again, but can the offense put up points? Who the fucking knows? Yeah, it's been frustrating to see Mahomes keep throwing everyone. And that was one that didn't need to be overthrown. You just needed to lead Rashee Rice. Because Rashee Rice already has a step on Bland. If you hit him, if Rashee Rice, who is a yak killer and breaks tackles, if he breaks that one tackle, he may go yard. But if he gets tackled there, he still picks up the first. The reason you're fucking launching this shit like you got a rocket of an arm, which you do, have some control in that shit. I don't understand it. Teresa, we wasted the 2nd quarter and we wasted the 3rd quarter. So I don't... Mahomes has literally lost his spark, and we've seen him do that in the past. And the unfortunate part with that is when he loses his spark, it's hard for that thing to light back up. Not saying he can't, but we've seen it in the past where that could be the story of the game. Yeah, that Sean Payton halftime discussion really did say a lot when he was all like, "Oh, we love where we're at right now," and rightfully so. They won the game, the Broncos. Now, I will say the Chiefs last week showed they can come back from behind and win against the Colts. I wouldn't say they're not a second half team. I just say they're not a consistent team, and we're seeing it here again, where it's back and forth. They win 1 week, lose 1 week, win 1 week, lose 1 week, and it's a prime example of being inconsistent. This team doesn't know who they are. And when you don't know who you are, you're not a good team. Kind of like when they say, oh, if you got fucking 2 quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. So now you got to hope the defense comes out again. But it's like kind of what I said against the Colts as well. It's hard for me to keep asking the defense to do things when it's like, what does it matter if the offense isn't going to score points? We haven't seen a point scored by the offense almost in the last 30 minutes playing time. Right now, you got him at the 2 again. Got to continue to stuff Javonte Williams. And then watch out for the slant pass. Because last time, the slant pass would have worked if Pickens doesn't drop it. So, you got to play really, really sticky coverage here. There's 7 minutes left in this third quarter. So, technically, the Chiefs haven't scored in the last 25 minutes playing time. Something like that. Prescott is throwing. He'll pick up 2. Good coverage by Bolton. It was to Ferguson. Oh, that must have been a fun game to come to because I can already imagine in that game where all hope feels lost, maybe the season is lost, and that defense turns it on in the fourth quarter, and then Mahomes finds life in the fourth. That may need to happen again today. Here comes a 2nd and 4 for this defense. Bolton shows blitz. That's holding. Going deep. There's a flag in the secondary, though. It's going to be on the Chiefs. I could have sworn he was holding Bolton, but they're not going to call that. See, told you, holding on Kansas. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this game. Now you're giving up first downs. Jamari Connors, fuck him. Let's see the holding on Connors on Lamb. He did grab. Yeah, you grabbed the jersey. Yeah. It is what it is. Pitch to Turpin. Turpin has a hole. Turpin could be gone. That's a late hit. No, they didn't call a late hit. That's a pickup of 20. This may be game, guys. I know I said it last week, but like I said, I believe the Cowboys have more firepower. And the Chiefs aren't showing up, so. Teresa, they're never disciplined. They haven't been disciplined all year. They were disciplined for fucking 5 minutes in the fourth quarter last week. That's all I've been saying all year. They get our hopes up to think they're a playoff team, then they shit the bed the next week. Just like, look at this. Lamb was by himself in the backfield the whole time. The 2024 Kansas City Chiefs, that DB is there with him and stuffing him in the backfield. 2025, they're picking up 8 to 10 yards. Our defensive line is dog shit. They can't cause pressure with 4, 5, or blitzes. Dak has been pressured. Doesn't mean shit. He's about to drive 97 yards on our offense, go up by 10 points, and probably be game. Going deep. And here's pass interference on McDuffie now. McDuffie is playing like shit today. Game over. Coach Reed at half, oh, we got to cut down on the penalties. Yeah, you're getting more. What kind of fucking coach are you this year? You're not holding the team accountable. You say what you think the media wants to hear. Are you telling your fucking team that? Because they don't give a fuck. A 27-yard penalty. The Cowboys started on their 4, and they're about to drive 96 yards on this ass. What was this penalty on? I hope you guys had fun in the first quarter. Because that may be the last time we see this fucking Chiefs team fucking look explosive. Look at Javonte Williams running over. They lost all their momentum again. That's all it is. That's what... Like I said, if you're an inconsistent team, you're not a good team. And that's what they are. They play 500 football, and that's what they're about to be. That's who they are. I fall for it every week, thinking one win's going to hype them up and go on a run. It's not. They can't beat good teams. I didn't believe in the Colts as a good team as all. Like I said, I could see the Colts fucking losing out. What a catch by Ferguson. That was a solid catch on 3 shitty safeties. The Chiefs have no one to blame but themselves. 4 fucking straight possessions, they didn't score points. They deserve to get blown out in this game. That's not a touchdown. That's not a touchdown. Let me take this off the board. That's not a touchdown. He didn't get that other one down. I mean, they're still going to fucking score, but... But you got to love, again, what you mentioned earlier in this game as well. You got to love when Nick Bolton is fucking covering a tight end. They never learn their lesson. Yeah, it's definitely not a TD, but they'll still score a touchdown in the next few plays. The way this defense is playing. They're literally shitting the bed right now. And honestly, the defense gave me the one defensive stop I needed, and I needed the offense to answer back. They didn't. So I didn't expect the defense to stop every fucking drive. It's just frustrating how this team could look good and it'll look like shit. It just doesn't make no fucking sense. It really doesn't. I just don't understand it at all. Well, that like you mentioned as well, if the talent is there, if statistically your position ranking on offense and defense is actually really good, and your record says you're 500 football, that's coaching. That's management. That's coaching. That's all that has the highlight there. Because there's no reason you should be ranked very well across the board and be a 500 team. Just doesn't make sense. And then also too, Veach in the offseason didn't bolster this team at all to succeed. He saves his fucking ammo for the draft and see how that's playing out. Yes, you had a left tackle fall in your lap. Praise everything on there. But then now look at you. And also too, I love the draft and all that, but we know how long it takes for these draft picks to play on this team. All right, they didn't call it a touchdown, which we all knew, but they'll still get it. 4 minutes left. It's what, 2nd and 2, some shit like that, or 3rd and 2. 4th and 3. Watson was covering Lamb. They're not going to call the PI. They're going to settle for a field goal. That's actually really good coverage by Watson there. Schottenheimer is not conservative here. He trusts his guy. Watch a quick slant for Pickens here, or even Lamb on McDuffie. They've been winning those matchups. Okay, they changed the play at the line. Dak, no safeties. The middle of the field's wide open. Chiefs are going all out here. So this is either a sack or a touchdown. Or they just try to draw them off sides. They'll take the delay game and kick the field goal. It's still going to be a close field goal, so Aubrey's got money in the bag here. That drive, as shitty as it looked, the Chiefs are still only losing by a touchdown. Now, will they score a touchdown? The verdict is out. The verdict is out. But a touchdown gives you a 1-point lead. This has been a pathetic third quarter. Honestly, a pathetic second quarter. But you're still in the game. That's what the 2024 Kansas City Chiefs were all about, is playing bend but don't break defense. It worked out to their fashion there. You really need fucking points on this drive. You can't go 5 possessions without fucking getting points. Tyler, watching wrestling may be more relaxing than watching the Chiefs, for sure. Sounds like you're having a hell of a Thanksgiving, though. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Shit, they may need 7 drives to get 1 touchdown. Could the defense hold the Cowboys, though, for that many drives? That would be another thing. So, Teresa, I don't think it's interesting. The Jawan Taylor injury, now Mike Caliendo on the right side, make this interesting. They're not going to abandon the run because of the score. They're going to abandon the run because they probably don't trust that side of the ball because, as you've seen in the last few possessions, they're not breaking off runs like they did in the first and early in the second quarter. And that's strictly because you're missing key blockers on your right side. So it's hard for me to say if they'll abandon the run. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, though. because as you saw in the last drive, they kind of did abandon the run. They did run Pacheco a couple times, but the short screen passes are their substitute for run plays. And when they start doing that, that lets you know we're getting away from the run. So if they continue that, that should answer everything you need to see there. But I think if they abandon the run, it's because they don't trust that right side. Which, rightfully so. But I would still test it out. Like first down here, I'm running Kareem Hunt to see what he can get. And if he gets stuffed at the line like he has been on those last few possessions, you may need to do something different. And, yeah, prime example as well. Yeah, Andy, he does like to abandon the run. With that, he didn't last week, so I got faith there. But if he does, I wouldn't be surprised because of the line and because he is who he is. Thornton got lit the fuck up. I don't know. When it comes to Dallas' special teams and their defense, they're showing more life. And they're, like, the last possession, they were making Mahomes uncomfortable. A good hit on special teams right here as well. They have the momentum, as they should. That's why the offense needs to make a play. Here's 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Hollywood Brown in motion, handoff to Kareem Hunt, and he's stuffed at the line. They're going to abandon the run real quickly because Cowboys are sniffing that out now. And you need to find a way to move the ball. It's just point blank. I think your only run game, unfortunately, at this point now is Mahomes' legs. And who knows if he'll fucking do that because he's been holding onto the ball too long. But here comes 2nd and 9. Kareem Hunt's coming back to the line. Good catch by Rice. That's what you need to see. And hey, Rice, get out of his face. Don't cause shit. We don't need a flag. Rice took over that 4th quarter. I need him to take over this 3rd and 4th quarter. He stays with Mahomes. That's what you love to see there. He's his go-to guy now. It's not Kelsey. It's going to be Rice. Here's 1st and 10 near midfield. Again, we've been in this position and still haven't scored points, so no guarantee. Handoff to Hunt. See, they're still sticking with the run, and that's a pickup of 6. So Hunt's a grown man. He doesn't like to be tackled by the first guy. That's why I say they will still run. This will bring up 2nd and 3. Mahomes breaks the tackle, going deep, and he just throws it away. Right call, though. Right throw. Mahomes is getting frustrated because he does feel pressure almost every play now, I will say. Why is Wanye Morris in the game? Where's Josh Simmons? I just realized that. Wanye Morris got... Where the fuck is Josh Simmons? Here's 3rd and 3. Wanye Morris is still in the game. I don't like that at all. They're showing all-out blitz. Kareem Hunt. Oh, he's got space. That's like a pickup of 20. Pickup of 22 to Kareem Hunt on a beautiful screen. He knew how to get that ball out because Wanye Morris isn't blocking for shit right now. That is huge. You got 3 backup linemen on this line. Morris is still out there. Fuck. Worthy's in motion. That's a backwards pass, I think. Oh, just incomplete. Okay. 2nd and 10. If the Chiefs can pull this off, this is going to be interesting. 3 backup linemen. They didn't even mention a Simmons injury. This is where you're going to need playoff Mahomes for sure. 2nd and 10. Quick strike to Rice. He'll pick up 13. 1st and goal. They need to get a touchdown here. I don't trust this line at all. Mahomes is getting the ball out extremely fast, which, beautiful. I love that he's doing that. But he still has defenders in his face, even when he gets the ball out in less than 2 seconds. Run it on 1st and goal. I don't think you're going to get anything with this shitty line. They do run it. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. They need this touchdown desperately. Wanye Morris does not know what the fuck he's doing on this line. If you look at that play, he was running in circles. He is such... Oh, my God. He is such a bad piece for this line right now. Here comes 2nd and goal. Quick strike to Rice. Hold up. Rice may have fumbled. They're saying he was down, but let's review this. The Chiefs always fucking turn the ball over here. Yeah, he's down. He's down. I'm sorry, I gotta open up social media. I gotta see what the fuck happened to Josh Simmons. I guess I can't see what happened on social media because my Twitter is down. God damn it. Let me refresh this thing. The moment I need you, Twitter. That's the only thing you're good for me right now. Okay, now it refreshed. Hunter Nozar just to win as the 6th offensive lineman. What the fuck are we doing? There is no update on Josh Simmons whatsoever. They said Josh Simmons' last play was that Rashee Rice long gain. But it didn't look like there was an injury out there when he... So was he benched? I'm so confused on what's going on here. Reports right now says there's been no announcement. Haven't spotted him on the sideline and the blue tent is not up. Teresa, I see what you just said, a wrist injury. Well, wrap that bitch up. I'm sorry, I'm about to... This could really bite... The Chiefs really elevated Asa Pole just to have him inactive when he may have been crucial in this game. Because Wanye Morris has been terrible every snap he's gotten. So, and now we got a 3rd and goal. And honestly, that was the first thing I thought happened too, was the family emergency. I'm like, again? Here we go. 3rd and goal. Oh, fuck me, man. Mahomes, just use your legs. I don't even know if Morris will allow you to use your legs. This is going to be the longest 3-yard fight in history. He just overthrew that shit because he knew there wasn't a chance. Bring out Bucker. Fuck me. They're staying out on 4th and goal. Oh my God. This is the type of shit that you got to play for points. Mahomes, you better fucking use your legs then. You better fucking use your legs. What the fuck are we doing here? Fuck. They're going to make him uncomfortable. They jumped. They jumped. Rashid. What a play, Rashid. Oh, my God. They jumped early, too, and they didn't call it. But they went for it both times on 4th down, and they got touchdowns both times. He almost overthrew Rice, too, but Rice said, I'm big bodying this. Rashee Rice saved us in the Colts game. He's doing his thing again against the Cowboys. Bucker, make this shit. I swear, we need the lead. All right, there we go. The lead is back. I'm shaking. Anxiety's through the roof. Wouldn't be Thanksgiving without it. What a beautiful long drive. Game is far from over, folks. You know it. Needed that touchdown. I have a feeling this is going to be a long 15 minutes. Hopefully it doesn't go into overtime. Spags last week. It was last week, but 4 days ago, let's say. His 4th quarter defense was beautiful. He dialed it up. Dial it up again. Folks, what a Thanksgiving, right? I just need us to be 7-5. I need us to be 7-5. Because, and if you look at this week's matchups too, it doesn't look pretty for the Chiefs as standing wise. Because during this commercial break, let's go through it. And I'm just going to go through the key games. I'm not going to go fucking crazy and go through every game. But the ones that are pivotal for the Chiefs. The Texans and Colts. Again, who cares who wins that game? At least someone's losing it. You would prefer the Texans, but I think the Colts have a lot of games they'll lose, and the Chiefs own a tiebreaker against the Colts. They can get one against the Texans next week, so that's all for them if they keep winning. The Jags play the Titans. Like that's a give me for the Jags, it feels like, unfortunately. The Bills play the Steelers. You need the Bills to lose, but man, the Steelers feel like they're on a free fall right now, so I don't know. The Chargers play the Raiders. I don't know. Like, I'm actually going to be rooting for the Raiders. Who knows? And then the Broncos play the Commanders. Like, everyone has an easy, like, matchup, it feels like. The Chiefs need to just go 7-5 and handle business. That's just what it is. Not saying upsets can't happen. Chiefs just need to handle business here. Teresa, 1,000%. If it's a wrist injury, take that bitch up. Unless it's fucking like hanging, like off his forearm, then yeah, tape that thing up. We need him because a no-wristed Josh Simmons is 1,000% better than what Wanye Morris just showed me on this drive. Okay, Bucker, kick it out of the end zone because I don't need Turpin returning this. And it's returnable. He takes it to the 32, and that's their first good kick. It wasn't even a good kick return. Bucker just laid it up there. So, come on, defense. I need you, defense. I need you. Come on, defense. Secondary, you've played like shit all day. Not even going to lie to you. It's time to show up. 15 minutes left in this game. Roll out. Looking deep. Is there just trip-ups? Yeah, it looks like just trip-ups. Is that Pickens hurt? Yeah, you got Pickens. He got up on his own. Oh, they just ran. Tranquil and Pickens ran into each other. Man, McDuffie, that would have been a perfect. I was overthrown. McDuffie short. There was no way he was making that pick, but it would have been beautiful if he did. McDuffie's now on Lamb. I think Pickens is out for this play. Connor is on Turpin. I hate that matchup because Turpin's so fast. What a play by McDuffie. They're going to call a PI on fucking McDuffie? God damn it. Let's see if it was a flag. I don't know how. That's just a lot of hand fighting. I didn't see him tug. Let's see. CeeDee Lamb tried to push off. That's perfect coverage. I'm sorry. CeeDee Lamb even pushed off on him, and he kept pushing off on him to try to. That looks like perfect coverage to me. I don't know, man. Hand off to Williams. Williams finds a hole. He picks up 11. Far from over, folks. Far from fucking over. If the Chiefs are going to stop them, they need a turnover, whether it be fumble or interception, because they're in field goal range already. Lamb's in motion. Roll out. Good tackle by Bolton. Pickup of 2. Dak Prescott likes to do a lot of that rollout. We're under 14 minutes now. So Josh Simmons is officially listed as questionable with that wrist. Deflected. Beautiful deflection. Was that by Dana? Third and 8. Oh, Hicks. This was a Hicks deflection. They like those slant plays, so it was a good thing Hicks was there. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to dial that up again. They got Watson on Pickens, and then they got McDuffie on whoever 19 is. Lamb's actually in the slot. Pickens gone. Fuck, this team sucks. God damn. It's like you know what's coming and they fucking don't. Well, it's going to be a shootout then. Fuck it, shootout. Mahomes, you're going to have to score every possession. It was so, like, Nance even called it. No one's over the top on Pickens. Who else is the ball going to fucking go to? Pickens. Like, these shits are so obvious. It's like, why can't we see them? This should be a flag on Dallas backing them up, but man, does it fucking matter? The pass interference on the tight end. This will back him up 10 yards. The Chiefs need a fucking miracle turnover play here. Turpin's in motion. That was holding on whoever fucking 73 was, but hey, whatever. It'll bring up 3rd and goal at the 12. I don't know why I feel like Pickens is going off. He's had 9 targets today, but only 3 catches, 61 yards. It feels like every time Pickens touched the ball, though, he's done something special. Here's a big 3rd and goal. There's no one over the top again on CeeDee Lamb or Pickens. Wonder where the ball's going. He didn't get it, but again, what does it take for this defense to fucking learn? Dallas is just throwing slant passes. That's what happens when you have shitty safeties. The cornerback can only do so much there. The safety needs to come in over the top, and they're not. If I'm Dallas, you go for it, and you call a slant. And they are. So here it comes. Here it comes. It's just going to be a quick slant or a fade route. Timeout, Dallas. I'm surprised Dallas doesn't just go for the lead, but I get it. You expect KC to score touchdowns. And I'm ready to update the... I Oops, I accidentally took a point off the board for them. We're not seeing the defensive genius right here. Watch a quick slant here. A quick slant or a fade. Oh, it may be a fade to Pickens. Too easy. Too fucking easy. That's why pressures don't matter. They do not know how to cover the underneath man. Mahomes, you better go do your shit. They're going for 2, and they'll probably get 2. I will say Dak has played fucking phenomenal today. The Chiefs have been doing this all day today to where they've been making him go to his second man, and he's been finding it. For all the people who talk shit about Dak Prescott, he's been playing great, and he's been playing great this year as well. Okay, you're ahead of me, so good. I'll update the scoreboard. I figured it was going to be good regardless. See, look at this. Prescott is so good. Prescott's playing out of his mind. The Cowboys deserve to win this game if they do. He's going clutch right now. Oh, there's a flag. It'll probably be celebration. I'm not surprised whatsoever. It doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't. Defense allowed 28 points so far today. That was my main concern. I knew the Cowboys' offense was way better than the Colts. Penalty enforced on the kickoff, so it doesn't even... This is 4-down territory for the Chiefs. Yeah, hit to the helmet. It is. He led with his helmet. I don't know if Mahomes, do what you need to do, but you're down 3 starting linemen. I don't know. They still got a chance, but yeah, their defense is laid an egg for sure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And one, it's Spags. Spags is putting the secondary in terrible position. Everyone, I don't even follow the Cowboys religiously because one, fuck them. But also, everyone knows all they do is run slants. Like you go watch one Cowboy game, all they do is call slants because that gets their receivers mismatched with the cornerbacks. And we're still out of position every fucking time. Safeties are nowhere to be found. Of course, if you're running a slant one-on-one with the DB, the wide receiver is going to win that 9 times out of 10. Definitely when you got 2 top 5 wide receivers on your team. And we're not doing shit. Oh, yeah. Aminihu's definitely getting his fun. Aminihu's been asked this year. Mr. Revenge Tour. Watch what I do. Shit like that. You haven't done shit this year. I love the dude. I thought he was a great rotational pass rusher, but I think unfortunately the injuries have knocked him down a little bit. Because the Chiefs, unfortunately, put all their cards on Aminihu because, they went cheap this offseason. So they were like, oh, we'll go cheap, and then our old veterans we have, they'll help establish the pass rush that we need. Didn't happen whatsoever. Chris Jones has fallen off. He had an amazing game last week. He had a couple good plays here. Need to see him in the fourth quarter. But when you play cheap in the offseason, it doesn't work out all the time. And you're seeing it here for sure. The only cheap thing that worked for him this offseason was re-signing Kareem Hunt. Imagine if they didn't do that. We're getting ready for this kickoff. Mahomes needs the Mahomes right now because Dak Prescott is doing his best fucking Mahomes impersonation. I like how this penalty put the kick on the 50. Did he kick it out of bounds? That was a... What is this flag? Because technically, if it's a flag on the kickoff, you place the ball on the 40. But with the Chiefs having a flag on the previous that was enforced on that Charles Omenihu thing, I don't know how that works out. So I think that's what this discussion is here, I think. Romo saying someone went offside as well. He probably is. He's like, hey, you guys are holding up my Thanksgiving meal here. Can we wrap this game up a little bit? Okay, so they're just going to re-kick the ball, whatever. Okay. How am I feeling? Mixed emotions. The defense is ass. I believe Mahomes can tie this game up again, but also we have 3 backup linemen out there, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's pressured every single fucking down. But let's see how this plays out. It's going to be interesting to see how this all unravels for sure. There's actually a trophy on the line here? I didn't know that. The Preston Road Trophy. Interesting. Well, we're getting set for another kickoff here. The re-kick, Remihijo, I believe this is. Why'd they bring him back? I mean, he's got a good return. He's got a really good return. This is the best return I've seen him have all year. What hat is on my seat? Oh, the blue one? Or the So that's a Sorcerer Mickey pillow. And then this is just like a Disney World hat since I live out here in Orlando. So that's like my go-to, you know, calming spot when I got to deal with the game. And then the hat on my head, of course, is just a corduroy Chiefs hat. All right, here comes 1st and 10 for the Chiefs on the 39. Mahomes breaks a tackle. Kelsey drops a pass. There's a flag, though, but it's probably holding. Who the fuck is 66? Is that Caliendo? There's another holding. This is 4 down territory. Yeah, that's just a athletic fit Disney hat. First and 20. Kansas City has another game of over 100-yard penalty. But Coach Reese said we need to lack down on that. I mean, he's the coach. You would think he would do some shit. He just talks the game to the media, but I swear he don't fucking talk to the team because they're the worst penalized team, it feels like. Pacheco has looked better. It's good to have him back as a change of pace back. It's going to be interesting. I don't think he's fully healthy. It'll be good to see when he is. Let's see what happens here. 2nd and 14. Need to pick up something to make 3rd and manageable. Pacheco. He'll pick up 6. 3rd and 8. This is a crucial 3rd down. Crucial 3rd down. They're going to show a lot of pressure here on this line. These backups need to be big boys here. They got 6 men on the line. Thornton's in the game. Dallas has 6 on the line as well. Fuck! Game over. Dallas is too hot right now. Rice played phenomenal all game. You can't drop that. Had a phenomenal game, Rice, but they're going to remember you for that one. That time he just fucking boom. Yeah, this game's over, guys. 6 and 6. I gotta relax anyways. I'm fucking in an apartment. I'm gonna piss off my neighbors, so is what it is, I guess. Six and 6 playing the Texans next week, who have one of. It's funny, the Cowboys don't even have a good defense. Nine minutes left in this game. This team just, they can't. This is why we discussed they're not a good team. I mean, every time a key play needs to be called, and it happened against Denver as well, they drop them. There's no consistency. They're not a disciplined team. It's just point blank. Yeah, I'm at the point where it is what it is at this point. I think realization's kicking. Like, this is not going to be the Colts game. Unfortunately. The offense was at least moving the ball and humming. Right now, that's not what it is. We need the defense to make a stop. Right now, though, the defense is a shell of itself. What I highly anticipate to see is quick slant passes. That's who the Dallas Cowboys are. That's who the Dallas Cowboys are. I mean, we all know that. We know what the Dallas Cowboys will do. They'll run Javonte Williams. They'll do quick underneath stuff, and it'll work. The Spags defense will look stupid. Spags will look stupid. And we'll be where we're at. Dak Prescott's playing MVP-like football here. Now, if Mahomes has a couple of those drop passes completed, we could say the same about him. Unfortunately, we can't say that same phrase about him because if Rice catches that drive is still going. Unfortunately, it's not. But that's who the Chiefs are. Very undisciplined. They keep telling us who they are week in and week out. And with an average team, you could take advantage of average teams and win. I don't find the Indianapolis Colts as a legit team. Honestly, Indianapolis will be bounced in the first round of the playoffs. So as much as I'd love to say that was a huge win, apparently it's not because the Chiefs couldn't build on it. And they really haven't beat a good team this year because look at the Lions now. They're 6-6 as well. The Chiefs haven't beat a good team this year. And if you look at all their losses, they've lost to good teams. It is what it is, unfortunately. Now the Colts can completely say I'm wrong and go on and beat the Texans next week convincingly. But they have a hard schedule. So I'm interested to see how that plays out for them. Right now, we really just got to believe what the Kansas City Chiefs are showing us. And their record is who they say they are. Average. 500 football. Average. What I'd like to see, well, not like to see, because it would fucking be a dagger, would it be surprised to see, is if Dak takes a shot, like a dagger shot. And he may right here. He is. How did I call that? How did I call that? Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. How did I call that? He knows the safeties are weak. It is what it is, guys. You got, again, I can't be mad at the players. This is all coaching. Dak saw on the line, Chamari Connors is lined up with CeeDee Lamb. Run that go route. He knows Connors is ass. The only one who doesn't know Connors is ass is fucking Spags. That is hilarious how I called that. I just knew a dagger shot was coming. I didn't think it would be the first fucking play. That's just hilarious. I knew when I picked the Chiefs to win, too, that they would lose. Going deep again, it looks like. Nope. Again, this is what Dak does so beautifully. And what Spags just can't dial up and get a sense, which they call Spags, like you mentioned, a defensive genius. I believe Spags should be closer to being fired, honestly, if we're going to be realistic. He's done great for us in the past, but he's putting these players in such shitty positions. Like, you draw this much pressure, but the underneath guy is wide open, and when you verse a veteran quarterback like this, that underneath guy still picks up 8 yards. And then it makes your defense lose a lot of confidence. Like, what the fuck? Like, we're doing everything, but we're still fucking sucking. They're about to be winning by 2 touchdowns. The Dallas Cowboys look like a team that really wants to be in the playoffs, and the Chiefs are just showing they don't have enough talent to be in the playoffs. You got guys who I've never fucking heard of making plays on this defense. And I know I'm gonna hear the sad excuse on fucking social media all week is, oh, the Chiefs played on a short week 4 days. So did the fucking Cowboys. Fucking man up, fucking some of Chiefs fans. Like, literally. the same team's playing on fucking 4 days notice. The Chiefs just aren't good. That's one thing I get so frustrated with, is seeing the excuses for this team. No, the look at Mahomes' eyes like this season's over. That's what that is. He is zoned completely out. That wasn't a zoned in look. That was a zoned out look. There was your chance, Mike Edwards. There was your chance, Mike Edwards, and he fucking blew it. You needed that. You needed that. That's the story of the Kansas City Chiefs. So close, but yet so far away. And then watch Dak score a touchdown here. Fumble. And they still didn't pick it up. Oh, that is the definition of the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, this is hilarious. Definition of the Kansas City Chiefs. Prime Trent McDuffie comes out, forces the fumble on Pickens. In 2024 and 2023, those fumbles are game changing where the Kansas City Chiefs recover them. Cowboys recover it. You had Mike Edwards almost getting an interception. Nope. You had McDuffie then bigger play, force a fumble, can't recover. Nope. You're down by 2 possessions with 5 minutes to go. We haven't seen the Mahomes Cabo look on him. That may be it because I haven't seen that look before either. So Romo saying it is Patrick Mahomes 3 timeouts. Romo, this isn't the same team. Is this the most points this defense has allowed this year? I believe it is. That's just those 2 plays define who the Kansas City Chiefs are this year. Because in 2023, when those 23 and 24, when those plays are made, that's like, oh my god, this is the Kansas City Chiefs magic. That magic trick is over this year, folks. Mahomes is going to try to make some magician play and probably throw his first pick of the game and end it. That's my magic trick right there is my prediction. So the Chiefs are going to drop to 6-6. As I mentioned, Chargers versus the Raiders, they're going to 8-4. The Jags versus the Titans, they're going to 8-4. The Bills versus the Commanders. I mean, the Bills versus who the fuck the Bills versus? I forgot. They're going 8-4 though, and I think the Texans are going 7-5. Look at Mahomes again. It's over, guys. He held the fucking ball for fucking 5 seconds. What do you expect, dude? What do you fucking expect? You don't have no urgency either. This right here, this play right here shows me the Chiefs lost this game. One, they still haven't hiked the ball. You're losing by 10 points. Urgency. I don't give a fuck what the sack is. If you really want to win, go. Kelsey picks up 15. They're moving so slow. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck at all. So if they don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. Look how long they're taking. This is hilarious. You guys are taking this long probably for another sack. Third and 6. Worthy wide open. That's Mahomes. Hey, miracle play. I don't know how Mahomes kept his balance. Still not excited though. They didn't score. All right, here comes 1st and 10 at the 20. They need to score quick. Kareem dropped it. Yeah, it was a good play by Mahomes. Didn't put up 7 though. I would have to see that open field, but I was curious with that too. I didn't know if he could have flipped his hips or how that worked. That is a good point because he did run straight for the sideline. Maybe he wasn't aware of the clock. Maybe he thought he had to get near out of bounds area. I don't fucking know. They're still dealing with all 3 backup linemen, so I'd assume at this point they ain't getting nobody back yet for this game. So you got your 2 main tackles out. They need to zing this shit in like now. 2nd and 10. Mahomes scrambles. He got the first. Mahomes is fighting for his life. I will give the dude credit. Like he wants to win this game desperately. Understood. Does he have enough time? Is a thing. And if you score a touchdown, the defense needs to come back out here. That's the concerning factor for me. 1st and goal at the 10. With 3:34 left in the game. That was a dangerous pass. You could tell Mahomes is out of breath right now. He is cooked. Don't make stupid decisions though. You looked at Rashee Rice wide open, which understandably so. I think Worthy was your better option in the back of the end zone. Who is that? Hollywood Brown. That was a tremendous toe tap touchdown by Hollywood Brown. You got me a little excited there, but still, defense needs to come out for one more possession. That was a phenomenal catch by Hollywood Brown. And I think he just earned an incentive there, too, because I think he was 1 touchdown away from getting his $500,000 incentive, so good for him. Bucker, this is a crucial extra point. Makes it a field goal game. He made it. There's 3:27 left, 3-point game. The Chiefs do have all 3 timeouts. Don't expect Dallas to get conservative here, though. Really, don't. That was a hell of a catch by Hollywood Brown. That was a phenomenal catch. Teresa, that's what they always do, and then the defense lays an egg. We've been in this position before. That's why I'm not trying to get myself too amped. Now, if the defense gets a stop, and if the defense even just allows a field goal, let's say that, I can get hyped for the offense. But I don't trust this defense right now. This defense, man, they've been so inconsistent today, say none the least for sure. Mahomes, the second half, is 14 to 22, 172 for 2 touchdowns. He has 4 touchdowns of the day. That sucks. Mahomes has played one of his better games this year, and it may come in an L. He may need that 5th touchdown. Well, here, defense. This is literally the game for you, defense. Chris Jones, I don't give a fuck what you did for me the whole game. I care right now. Literally what it is. He needs all that oxygen for sure right now. Because we need him just for one drive. Just one drive. McDuffie on Pickens, Watson on Lamb. Watch the quick slants and the safeties be out of position. Quick run to Javonte Williams. They stuffed that up. Gain of 2. The Chiefs call their first timeout. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. I accidentally clicked. There we go. The Dallas will call 2 runs, and then this is what their first run is there. Their second run, they'll call. It's going to be that 3rd down play. And that 3rd down play is going to be an underneath or slant pass. If the Chiefs can't stop that, game over. Here comes 2nd and 8. Chris Jones, we pay you as the best in the league, man. Derek Notty's in the game. Fuck. Incomplete. That's huge. They called the fucking... That wasn't a PI. That was not a... Home cooking for George Pickens. Game over. If they're going to call that... Okay, so Pickens can grab Watson's arm, but Watson can't grab his arm back. That's an offset. Like, you let the boys play football then. That's bullshit. Whatever. Okay, that's why, I mean, I guess we got the refs against us. That's 3 penalties I don't agree on today. It's weird for me to say that. Weird for me to bitch about the refs. Yeah, Romo, I said that. We all know they're going to throw slants. I just don't feel the Chiefs got one more stop in them. They got 1 timeout left, which let me update that on the tracker for y'all. And they got a 2-minute warning. But 1 slant, 1 more first down, ices this game. Game over. And I just don't get it. Like, how... This secondary is garbage. How does Lamb get that wide open and it's still a McDuffie penalty? I don't understand it. Like, I'm watching McDuffie here. It's I don't understand it. He does rap, but also CD Lamb is pushing him off. What are we doing here? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's over. Yeah, I mean, defense doesn't. If defense is gonna be flagged every fucking play, you're not seeing the offense back coming out here. No, you will not get a chance, Mahomes. Connors misses a tackle. Yeah, let me just get comfortable. I think Chiefs called their final timeout. I don't know why. 2nd and 3. You don't think they're going to pick up 3 yards? Yeah, let me do my prediction settings here. So, with that, we'll update the Kansas City Chiefs record to 6-6 because that's what they are. And Dallas will be 6-5-1. Bam. There we go. Handoff. Javonte Williams. He'll lose a couple yards. Welcome to our dark ages. It's not that dark. Fucking 500 football. I'll take it. Shit. Could be the fucking 2-14 fucking Raiders. I've lived through our dark ages in the early 2000s, so I'm good. Here comes 3rd and 2. Oh, I will. You probably watch too, huh? Here comes 3rd and 2. Picking, that should be a flag. You're not supposed to take your helmet off, but I don't. 2-minute warning. It is what it is. Yeah, that definitely wrapped game up for sure. So 6-6 going into Houston next week. Oh, someone upset. The Christian Okoye years, they were actually pretty close to average at best. They did have the 90s weren't their terrible years. They had like 1 or 2, but fuck, if you want to talk terrible, you're going to talk mid 2000s to early 2010s. Because after the Dick Vermeil era, that was way rougher. Are you just listing all-time great Chiefs running backs, or are you still talking about bad eras? Because now you're confusing me. Because even in the Priest Home era, they made the playoffs. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Well, at this point, Teresa, with 2 minutes left to go, there's no timeouts left. The Dallas Cowboys, they could just knee it if they wanted to. Just to write home and call it a day. I know they had 2 more penalties afterwards. They're definitely over 100 yards for sure. Yeah, that's what I figured they were doing. So they're kneeing it this game. Yeah, that's what it was. So the Chiefs will go to 6-6. They'll have another home game. That's another thing to highlight here as well. Is the Chiefs dropped to 1-5 on the season on the road, which rough. Like they can't win a game on the road now. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that moves forward. Thankfully, they really have no room for error. They already had no room for error, but in December, they majority of their games are at home against the formidable opponents. They got Texans next week, so see how that unfolds. That's a playoff team as well. That will be a game I will be going to, so I will get to experience probably heartbreak in person. So for anyone who's looking for the live stream next week, just know didn't give up on the team. I just I want to experience heartbreak in person, so that's what that'll be. um, and then we'll be back. I believe the following week they play the Chargers, so they got still crucial opponents to go against moving forward with Texans, Chargers, Broncos, and then you got Titans and Raiders in there. It'll be interesting to see how it unfolds. It'll be interesting to see how this playoff picture unfolds now. Also, as they are highlighting it, like I mentioned, Chargers play Raiders. That should be a W. Jags, they play Titans. That should be a W for them as well. And then the Bills, they play the Steelers. The Steelers are falling, but I think the Bills should pick that one up too. So not a good loss for the Chiefs whatsoever, but we'll see how they move forward. With that, that'll wrap this up. I will still create shorts and maybe a video on during the week, so content will still be coming. Just live stream won't be next week. We will pick back up after that going into the holiday season. So we'll still be here. We'll still be rolling and cooking. So great win for the Cowboys. They have been looking hot. They came back from a 21-point deficit against the Eagles. They are fighting this thing out. They are finding any ways to keep their playoff hopes alive. They want to be a force to be reckoned with, and they are doing it. So that's good on them. The Chiefs they're the Chiefs. Inconsistent. Like, that's what I've been labeling them as this year, and that's who they are really. They'll win a game, they'll lose a game, they'll look a game, they'll look bad a game. They are literally an average team this year playing 500 football. No different here as well. So we'll see what they do moving forward. I'm going to check out with you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining this live stream. I know it's the holiday season. I know it's Thanksgiving. It's family time. And for you guys to tune in and watch Kansas City play football and check me out and watch Kansas City lose means a lot to me. It really does. I can't thank you enough for any of this. So we'll be back. Take, quote unquote, a week off. And then we'll be back live streaming against the Chargers. So with that, I'm taking out. Y'all take care. Peace.